What's up, all? How you guys doing out there in YouTube land? Somebody commented on my video yesterday. I look tired. I am tired, but Q&A, we answer everybody. Post your questions up, your comments. Do you want to talk about the Winnipeg Jets? Do you guys want to talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs? Do you want to talk about the economy? Do you want to talk about tariffs? Do you want to talk about Vegas? What do you want to talk about? Let's have a chat. I am exhausted. I changed up my training yesterday. And boy, am I ever tired. It's good, though. It's a good thing. What's up, Roger D? What's up there, Albert? Yeah, everything's working out good. I've got this cool project I'm doing with somebody who's been communicating with me via email. And some people, I had to have an open mind with this person. And they keep posting up, like, restaurant closures and stuff like that. And eventually I was just like, hey, man, look. Why don't you make me a comprehensive list? And then they even said, maybe I can do like openings too. I'm like, yeah, compare and contrast. Maybe we can make a video out of it. Because he showed me restaurant closures and stuff. So everything's working out great here at the Campbell clan. We got a ton of positive energy going into today, going into next week. It's going to be fantastic. Everything's awesome. I had my coffee. I have not felt good in the mornings for the last 2 mornings. Anybody go to the gym? You guys want to know what I do for the gym stuff? You're my most hardcore people, so I can ask that. If you guys want to know what I do for the gym stuff, leave a comment, and in a few minutes, I'm going to go through the comments, and I'll read all of your comments. This Starbucks is pretty dope. They've been playing 90s music all morning. This is the second Smashing Pumpkins song they have played, which is cool. How do you guys like this shirt? I don't know if you know that I have shirts. I get a ton of clicks to my Teespring shop, but nobody buys them. And I mean, it's just a branded thing. If you want to support the channel, go to nllvgear.com. I just renewed it today. If you have a trouble with this URL, I totally understand because I just renewed it today. It expired on May 15th and I was in a grace period. So I'll post up the link here if you guys want to buy a shirt. Let me get my stream up so I can get my chats in the secondary streaming phone. We don't even care. Sink these zephyr blues. We don't know. So it's going to be https://nllvgear.com. You'll just see a single button to click that goes to my Teespring shop. We get paid like once a month with them, and we make maybe $7 per shirt if you guys buy a shirt or a hat or something like that. We also have hooded sweatshirts and stuff like that. So yeah, anyways, the biceps are getting big. So if anybody, does anybody want to hear about what I have had to simplify my gym stuff because I was putting too much time into the gym, not enough time into sales, too much time into the trading, which is not going to pop anytime soon. So we had to like recompartmentalize our time. That's an important thing. You guys have to like get to where your time is well managed, and that's really important. So if you want to hear about that stuff, let me know and I'll talk about it. Let's see your comments, Q&A section. I answer everybody in the first part of the videos when I'm just sitting and chatting. We have Roger D in the chat. He says, hi, Steven. Hi, Roger D. How you doing? Let's unplug this for now. This was in my car overnight, which is never a good place to put it. We have Roger D in the chat. What's up, Roger D? Albert is here. Good morning, Esteban. Yeah, that's what they call me south of the border down Mexico way. El Machete, what's up, Steven? Brianna says, hey. Alex M. Fresco says, I want to talk about no sleeping going on day 3. Oh, okay. It's EDC. Okay. Makes sense. Gregory Nemisek says, good morning, Stephen with a PH. I don't know who that guy is. Andrew's from Cardiff. Wow. Got $8. Whoa. We got 2 donations real fast. Community Watchdog Media. We can say that on Cash App. Thank you, Community Watchdog Media. That is super nice of you. They did, how much did they do there? Wow, $5. And also, Mr. M, I have to say your first name and your first initial. If you're in the chat, say your name in the chat. Mr. M sent $8.11 to our PayPal. Thank you so much, Mr. M. So good morning. Yes, every to you is here. Good morning, Stephen. Hi from Cardiff, South Glamorgan, Wales. Yes, be over here in 5 weeks, so hopefully we meet up. Carlos Slag is here. Yes, what's up, Holland? Cool with the Holland. I got to get a second tripod or something so I can be looking at my camera when I read the comments here. Thank you so much, Mr. M. Let's see here. My guy, Young LA Raider. Sammy says the stars are aligning in Texas. Yeah, stars are doing good out there, huh? There you go. That works for me. Anthony says, good morning from Warrington. Yes. Young LA Raiders here. Top of the morning to you. Robert Leon says, good morning. Where are your morning coffee? It's just a Starbucks over on West Flamingo. I was going to go all the way down to the Rio and start in the Rio, but well, actually, I was going to go all the way down to the Fashion Show Mall. I'm going to be honest. What's going on here is I got to get my car smogged in a few days. I'm really trying not to drive it because I have a check engine light that randomly comes on. And so it hasn't been on for weeks or months. So I figure I'm probably fine. They got Foo Fighters playing. This is so cool. Acoustic Foo Fighters. Hello, I've waited here for you. Young LA Raiders doing a graveyard shift. Okay. Pete is here from Buffalo. Anthony says the only streamer that streams in the daytime. Yep. El Machete, need the shirt. nllvgear.com. Frozen Light, not leaving Las Vegas. Albert, those biceps. Got the biceps, yeah. Biceps. No, it's about arm thickness. I got the forearms. My forearms are great, man. Some guys never get forearm development. I don't know why I got forearms. This genetic lottery, I guess. That's all it is, man. Let me tell you. Joe A says, good morning from Covina. I'll be home next week. Maybe we can meet up. That's cool. Whatever you think. Gregory says, Steven, Bert wants me to have a successful day. Martin and Easily was the guy who did the Cash App. Thank you. John Beckham says, my wife and I worked in the casino biz in Vegas for 25 years. We bailed about 5 years ago and opened a truck driving school. That's awesome, bro. Truck ULV. Awesome. Good work, John. Living the dream, man. Tobin is here. How you doing? Have you checked the code? Yeah, I know exactly what it is, man. I know exactly what it is. I was bringing it to a mechanic who I love, and I had this radiator hose that was bulging, and I was like, well, let's get it fixed at AutoZone, but he insisted on not using an AutoZone part, and on the same day he said I should get that fixed. The hose popped. So I rode my bike down to AutoZone. I bought the cheap AutoZone hose, installed it, filled it up with water, and now the code goes on and off because of just ambient temperatures. It's a thermostat code, so it's off now because we're in good temperatures. It was on all winter when it was colder temperatures. And what I need to do is I need to drain it and I need to put in the proper radiator water mix. But for right now, since I've done so many drive cycles, I'm fine. Mark, Mr. Mark D, I know I can see it. I can't see. Here's the thing. Even though I think I can say your name, I can't say your name. Mr. M, $5 PayPal. We have to be careful on the privacy stuff. Campbell, thank you so much, Mr. M, for $5 on the PayPal. Mr. M went through a series of things that would actually unalive most people, health challenges, and he's still around and he's doing great. Mark, thank you so much from Austin, Texas. Mark, I never heard back from your company, bro. I mean, I tried really, really hard. Let me tell you, man, I put it into my CRM software, Mark, and I worked so hard to get with that one guy, but he set a time and then he had an appointment, then he ghosted me. So Mark works for a pretty revolutionary company that wants to expand in the Vegas marketplace. I was going to buy some advertising, but it's not Mark's department. But he did the introduction, which is like gold for me. Vlad in Detroit. Do I go to the gym every day? Heavens, no. No, you can't go to the gym every day. That's a fallacy. I was going 4 days a week, and then I crunched that into 3 days a week, and I'm still at 3 days a week, but I went with a really old school, early 2000s bodybuilding program. That most people shouldn't do because it could be dangerous for you unless you have a bunch of experience lifting. I've never been a big, huge, burly guy, but I do have muscle memory and stuff from the past, and I'd say that from my experience in the gym, I'm more intermediate. In terms of muscle size, I'm not intermediate, but I have more muscle than most. So I'm doing a very unfortunately named program called Dog Crap Training. DOGGCRAPP. It comes from a guy who had a username called that years ago, and we're talking 25 years ago, before the internet was all about Reddit and Facebook groups, and you just had bulletin boards on websites. And It's like it's like a muscle split. And so I might go back today, even though I did it yesterday. But it's very simple. It's high intensity training. Muscle is grown by putting it under a tremendous amount of stress. You can do that one of two ways. You can lift a 100-pound weight. You can do a 100-pound bench press 50 times, right? That's good. And then your muscle will like get tired and fatigued, and it'll break down while you're lifting, and then it'll heal while you're eating and resting. The muscle growth happens after the gym. It's not about going to the gym every day. Or you can lift a 225-pound weight 15 times. Just one all-out super intense to where you can't lift it anymore, which is dangerous for most people. So you have to use like a machine or something if you don't, you can't. And it's about going like to failure. So you do a set of 8, really, really hard on the 8th rep. You can't even push it back on the bar. And then you take 20 seconds. Then you do a set of 3. It's called a rest pause, where you take maybe 20 deep breaths in between and you go right back, do 3 or 4. Then you take 20 deep breaths, you go right back, you do maybe 3 or 2. And that's it, you're done. You're finished, you're done. And there's been people that have trained this way. One guy was named Dorian Yates, and he was Mr. Olympia. So there's been that. Who else was the other guy? I can't remember his name. He was crazy, though, in the end. So that's how I train, and so it's about eating enough and not getting fat, and about sleeping and resting. And the sleep and rest is something that I'm going to get trashed on because I don't get enough sleep. I should get 8 hours a day. Okay, let's see here. I had to finish a workout, Vlad says. Cool. What is a CRM? It stands for Customer Relations Manager. It's a type of software, and it's like a software that your company pays for or you pay for. There's HubSpot. It's a free one, I think, too. And what it does is, like, let's say you have a lead. It's like in the case of the deal with Mark and his company, I have a lead, I have a name, I have an introduction, I have an email and a phone number. I can create like a contact card in that software. And then I can tell it that I want to follow up with it in 2 days. And then I'll get a little notification when I sit down on my computer to start my job or at a certain time. It says, hey, did you follow up with XYZ from ABC company? And then, some of them are really advanced. They'll tell you when they open the email. So that's something you should know, right? You should probably know that a lot of these companies are tracking your email opens. They can tell you, they can tell when you looked at their email. They can tell if you clicked on the links that they put into the emails and stuff like that. And a lot of the emails you get that are just like, I nearly hit my car. What a stupid way to pull out of the parking lot. So there's a whole bunch of marketing stuff in the background. Studley, okay. Good morning. Yes, why has Vegas been so empty, Mr. Allen? Well, I mean, we do get traditionally a little bit of a, by the way, this is the Q&A session. See how it says above my head that I answer everyone? You can see the word everyone behind my hands now. So go ahead and ask a question if you want an answer. I will get to you, so stay in the chats. Vegas gets a little slow this time of the year, right? Mother's Day, not a huge time to come to Vegas, Then we have our weekend, or long weekends. We have a long weekend on the 26th. It's Memorial Day long weekend. So people will have time off, and they may not go to Vegas until their time off happens. And then the kids are in school. We just went through spring break, that kind of stuff. March Madness is over. The Super Bowl is all played out. So it gets a little slow. That's why we have EDC this weekend. And if we're lucky, we might see some stragglers from EDC walking around with their butts hanging out. I'm not like, hey, I'd be lucky if I see butts hanging out, but I know that's all what you guys want to see. So that's kind of why. But the other thing is the economic environment that we're living in right now is one of uncertainty and fear, uncertainty and doubt. FUD, they call it, FUD, fear, uncertainty and doubt. And people are buying into the mainstream media narrative that the economy is crashing and we're all screwed and it's all burning to the ground. And whereas that might be partially true, I don't believe it's completely true. And I think that we don't have the full data and information in 120 days of the new president to find out what's going on. So I think that's part of it too. Cutler, Jay Cutler. What about Jay Cutler? Jay Cutler lives here. I'd love to meet him someday. Have you noticed if rents are coming down? I'll bet vacancy rates for... No, that's the thing too, man. I did a video on Patreon. you should go to patreon.com/notleavinglasvegas if you want to see it. Last week, it's a full like 10-minute long video. I do tons of stuff on Patreon. Have you joined Patreon? Who here is on Patreon? Can I get a testimonial in the chats? Maybe I'll help me pick up a Patreon or two. We did a whole video on Patreon where I talked about the housing costs versus the rental costs, right? Because casino workers, people that are making 40 grand a year, one person, two-person household, 80 grand, they can't afford a house. And I laid this all out, and my Patreon really liked it. They said I should do a video on it for the main channel. So I'm really sore today, sorry. But I did that on patreon.com/notleavinglasvegas. And so go watch that video if you're on Patreon. If you're not on Patreon, jump on Patreon. You get a discount if you buy a year in advance. And I get the money up front, which is really cool because I'm trying to save up for a Nintendo Switch 2 because I'm a 44-year-old man-child. No, so because of that, nothing's really changing in the rentals. More people are renting than buying a house because of that video, what the contents of that video are. And I can't tell you the whole contents of that video right now. Sin City Family. High intensity training. Is this the Sin City Family? Is this the Sin City Family? Go to channel. Let me see if it's my man. Not really, no. Doesn't look like it. It's just this guy. It's not really Sin City Family, just so you guys know. Maybe it's a fan or a sub channel that they have so they can chat. Yeah, high intensity training for the win, bro. That's true. This was founded and created. Mike Menser, that was the guy I was trying to think of. Mike Menser went kind of crazy towards the end of his life, though, unfortunately, and he kind of lost his mind. He was one of the, I mean, like Dorian Yates, man. Go look up Dorian Yates blood and guts training. Nobody wants to do this shit. It's hardcore. Like, you go in for 40 minutes last night. I'm out of the gym in 40 minutes. I'm like, what happened? And then 2 hours later, I'm like, I'm going to die. It sucks. And if I eat over 3,000 calories, I get fat and fluffy. So I got to recover, man. Travis Robinson made a suggestion for a video yesterday because I love the videos. You made a point that it was not financially feasible, which was legit by the way you did it. It was quite rude. Sorry, Travis. I didn't mean to offend you, man. I was a little spicy yesterday. Please accept my apologies, or else maybe I never see you on my chats again. I don't want that to be the case, so I apologize, Travis. Do I play golf? No, I don't play golf. Vegas has so many golf courses, man. It's crazy. Like, you can pony up $800 to do a single round at the Wynn if you want. To the Las Vegas National Golf and Country Club. You can go out to Angel Park. That's another TPC course in Summerlin, I think. I don't know if it's still a TPC. I think that stands for Touring Professional Course or something like that. Tiger Woods, of course, won his first pro tour, first pro tournament ever here in Vegas at that Las Vegas National Golf and Country Club, I think it was. We got, Top Golf for the tourists, Atomic Golf down there. I know that I know a popular golf course is down in Furnace Creek in Death Valley. It's not Vegas per se, but it's not far away. People like to go down there to try to play golf. Yeah, I didn't want to be rude to you, Travis. I apologize. Any news on the Oakland A's Stadium? They say there's going to be a groundbreaking happening at the Oakland A's Stadium in June. We'll see if that happens. A good source on that stuff is Bodie Brazil, B-O-D-I-E, Brazil. You should go watch Bodie Brazil. The Depressed Ginger did a thing on it. Now, I was discrediting the Depressed Ginger's video because the only thing I've seen him doing right now is just squawking on about Canadian politics and Alberta separation. But then I didn't realize the Depressed Ginger originally had a stadium channel. So there's stadium channels on YouTube, just so you guys know this, where all they do is talk about stadiums, sports arenas, that kind of stuff. So it's kind of cool. So maybe he was right. They released some new renderings. We'll see what happens with the team. Look, I'm not against Major League Baseball in Vegas. I just don't think it benefits the community. If it doesn't benefit the community, I'm not in for it, man. If it's going to benefit the tourists and the casinos, they can go F themselves. I don't really care. What's the best value hotel in Vegas? I don't know, man. Could be the Gold Coast, the Rio. I don't know. I have to look at prices. Maybe we have to do a video on that. I'm going to Caleb Plant fight at Mandalay Bay. Cool. Sounds fun, Alex. Do I think Trump is the best president in American history? Do I think Trump is the best president in American history? Chats, am I cooked if I answer the question? What do you guys think, chats? Do you guys think Trump is the best president? Put Y or N. YTNT in the chats. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think or could or should go where the old Riviera was? I think that you need to put an attraction where the old Riviera was. I think you need to put an attraction where the old Riviera was to draw people to that area. So it has to be something that is just absolutely super important. So what would I put there? I would put a shopping destination with some key anchor tenants who I can't think right now in my head what they should be. I can't think what they should be right now. I don't know what they would be. Like if you had an H&M store, that would be a big draw maybe if that's still a popular brand. But similar to what they did over at the old Harmon Corner, because that would draw people to the area for shopping. And it needs to be relatively indoors or very shaded like what we saw over at Boulevard yesterday, which was very impressive to me. And like, for example, Boulevard has the 2-story In-N-Out burger in there. I think that's very good. That's a very smart way to do it. I think that you need to have affordable stuff there that's just affordable enough that the luxury crowd that they want to draw to the Fontainebleau and to the Resorts World wants to draw will go to that destination too, and then everybody will flock to that destination. That would be a good thing for that area, but whether or not they build it, I have no idea. Any news on Oakland A's? I'm going to Caleb. I think our economy is doing great if we don't deal with the debt, which is partly why we see the tariff thing. If we ever reach 50 trillion debt, the country would collapse. I'm a 55-year-old one, PS5 all the way. Yeah, man, I want that Switch too real bad, but it's expensive and it'll be sold out on day one. We'll see what happens. Somebody saw my guest appearance on Nick Shirley. That's pretty cool. Maybe I got some subscribers. Go with 1,000 calories. Eventually I'll die. Yeah. Here's the thing. I want you guys to know B is just being, I think B in the chat is being a little bit of sarcastic. I don't recommend anybody ever eat 1,000 calories a day. That's a very bad thing for you to do for most of you. What happens is eventually your metabolism downregulates and your hormones stop producing, and women will lose their periods and men will stop having erections, and it's not a good place to be on 1,000 calories a day. So there you go. Are there condos in the Aria that go for sale? Not in the Aria itself, MK. There are condos at Vidara, and there are condos at the Waldorf. Aria may have penthouse suites that are for sale. I'm not sure. But I know that Waldorf Astoria has penthouses. Here's the deal. You're never going to ever see those on the MLS. They don't come up. They're called pocket listings. And there's like 1 or 2 realtors that control that entire thing at the Waldorf, for example. There's the Veer Tower, right? Thank you so much. My man Greg, he watches the channel and super chats us sometimes. He's at Veer Tower. So Waldorf has them. Maybe Aria has them, possibly. Panorama behind the strip has them, for sure. And you'll never see them. They go for $5, $10, $15 million, and there's one realtor that does them, and he has investors, and they buy them, and they might show up every so often. Let's see. Eric says, fan since 2019. Thanks for the content. Okay, we got a lot of Ys. The chat seems to like Trump. Okay. Good morning, Steven. Hope you're having a beautiful Sunday, Marianne. Thank you so much. King Wynn agreed. Trump is great. Okay. Forever 21 went bust. They did, and that's partially because of shine, whatever. So, don't tell me. You know, it's ironic, too, because my wife did buy something from Shine, whatever it's called, once. A pair of shoes, and I had to return them, and I returned them to Forever 21. They had the deal like when you return something to Amazon, you go to Kohl's, and you just return it, and they give you the credit same day. And I'm like, what did Forever 21, what are they doing? I mean, I get the idea. They want you to return your cheap crap to Shine and then buy something at Forever 21. But I'm like, this was a year or 2 ago. And I'm like, this company, Shine's going to put Forever 21 out of business. Now they're out of business. They closed. The period between the 50s and 2021 was an economic anomaly in terms of ownership for average people. I don't know about that. Have you ever heard of an opening date for the Universal Studios Year-Round Haunted House Complex? Nobody has. It's crazy. We're still paying Ukraine. I don't know if we are. I just saw your guest appearance on Nick Shirley. Thank you. William Henry Harrison was the best. All right. Presidents don't get a lot of credit. William Henry Harrison. Wasn't he only president for like 30 days or something? Good morning, Steven. Coming to Vegas this week. Let's hear your recommendation of the best off-script downtown restaurant. Best off-strip downtown, best off-strip or downtown restaurant. I don't have anything for downtown I can tell you about, except for maybe Victory Burger. I've eaten at Victory Burger with Richard Wilk back when he still and I were still BFFs. That was awesome. And off-strip, I mean, trying to think about where I would go. Go to Kung Fu Thai if you like Asian food. It's not far from here. It's off of Valley View and Spring Mountain Road. It's real close to the Strip. That's a good one. There's a Chicago pizza place way out in the west side over off of Fort Apache and Sahara, but you'll probably never make it out that far. There's also Via Brazil, which is a really great steakhouse over on Fort Apache and Charleston. So those are some 3 places that you might go. What was Forever 21? It was a woman's apparel and clothing store that sold affordable stuff. Izzy C says, "Good morning, Steven. Coming to Vegas this week. Let's hear your recommendation." I saw that already. Couch potatoes. Talking about the Trump. The whole Vidara is for sale. Okay. Okay. Timu is top quality. That's right. I'm 68. My best okay. Best restaurant that's not in the touristy areas. I answered you. Did the Brooklyn Bridge have that sign up that says how tall it is and like land bridges? Oh yeah, the Brooklyn Bridge. So the Mexican naval ship flew into the Brooklyn Bridge, and all of the conservative YouTubers laughed at it, and then 2 people died, which you shouldn't laugh at that. I could see on the surface why it was funny and why you were laughing, but it turns out 2 people lost their lives yesterday in New York City in the harbor, where a demonstration ship was sailing into the harbor, and it collided. All 3 masts got destroyed by the Brooklyn Bridge, and 2 people died. Very sad. It was part of a naval exercise with different nations and stuff like that. Sucks, man. Mexican ship has been theorized to have been stuck in reverse. They say the engines went out or something. It's not different than what happened in Baltimore, was it? Mr. Whitson, you're better than me. First of all, nobody's better than you, Mr. Whitson. Don't start yourself off discrediting yourself that way. That's the kind of shit that I do. You're better than me. I left Vegas in 22 after 20 years after the Californians moved here. Just ready for the locals. Hardest yet. Best choice I've ever made. Travis says Oscars is quite good. I'll be there 10 days for 2 to 3 weeks, leaving my kids a dime. A dime? Leaving my kids a dime. You're leaving your kids $1,000? Okay, cool. If you guys have liked the Q&A session, because this is slow down and you guys think it's worth it, I answered your question, or you guys want to throw some support, I'll show you how to do this once on the stream at the start, once in the middle, and once at the end. And then we're going to go and hit the Strip. 339 people are wondering why the casinos are panicked. Let's go walk to the Strip. I will show you how to do this, though, if you guys want to support us. YouTube takes 40% of your super chats. So consider this. Consider this, as REM said. Below my title and my channel name, click on more. Shucks, heavens to Murgatroyd. Thank you so much, Mr. K. Mr. K just used our link I'm about to show you. Wow, Mr. K said $25 to PayPal. So you can click on more, and then you'll have this other box. And this gray box has all sorts of ways. If you have a PayPal, if you have a Cash App, if you have a Zelle, if you want to send me Bitcoin or Venmo. But if you don't have any of those and you're like, Steven, I hate electronic apps, just click on my channel, the very first top link. Go here. I say this next part to piss off my haters. But if you want to buy me a Nintendo Switch 2, I'm gonna make it big. Click on Donate with PayPal, and then you put in your number. Say, Steven, go get that Switch 2 on launch day. Whatever. Just go to donate one time with a debit or credit card. Fill in the numbers. I don't get your information. This is as easy as buying anything from Timo or Amazon.com. All right, that's one time I'm going to show you guys. Let's get rocking and rolling. Let's go out to the Strip. Let's see what we can see. We're going to walk down West Flamingo here, and we're going to see what everything looks like. We're going to see if it's slow, if it's busy on the Strip today. I suspect it's going to be dead as a doornail because of the EDC crowd here. They're either sleeping in their rooms or they're whatever. Travis, let's not forget about the pizza party. We're not doing, no, see, here's the deal, man. Meetups don't work. Meetups don't work. The lack of people weekend, hero. There's not a lot of people out here, bro. So I think they're panicked by the lack of people. Meetups don't work. What happens without a gimbal? Without a gimbal, I would have to run this with the in-camera image stabilization, which I had to do once, actually. I had to do that once. I forgot my gimbal like a doofus. So I have done that in the past, but it's a pain in the ass. I like it very much. ABC, EDC crowd. Did I say ABC crowd? I meant to say EDC crowd. Electronic Daisy Carnival, electronic drug cartel. I don't know. It's a lot of drugs and a lot of electronic music happening at the Motor Speedway. 500,000 people, they say, come to Vegas for that show. It's a lot of people, man. So we're over here by the Palms Resort and everything like that. Let's drink our water and throw this away in the recycle part. Boom. How'd you do? Okay, this Starbucks is pretty dope. I should have showed you, but they ask your name and then they write, "Good morning, Steven," on your cup. I'm like, that's a nice touch. So let's go walking and talking and see. It's still windy. We had such high winds yesterday. We have high winds again today. You can see these cool ornamental reeds that grow with minimal amounts of water just blowing in the wind. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. So the Palms, if you're a local, I don't know if you know this, but they have free cabanas. So if you guys want to go to the Palms Hotel here and hang out by the pool for free without any... What's crazy is that there's no preconditions. There's no preconditions on that. You can just go, but well, excuse me, it's Monday through Thursday. So it's not like they're doing it on the weekends when the tourist crowd is here. Do I gamble? Don't gamble. Hardly ever. I've gambled now 3 times on my stream. Once last week. We had my man Eric in Switzerland. I think he spent all of his savings on me. It was kind of bonkers and a blessing. He started sending me just PayPal after PayPal after PayPal, like literally like 5-10 in a row. It was craziness. And he wanted me to gamble, so of course I did. Oh my gosh, Miss R paid $20 to our Venmo. Keep up the good work. Do I have Venmo on my other phone? I can't even read her comments. Son of a biscuit. Hold on a sec, ladies and gentlemen and ladies. She sent me. I can probably view it on my watch, can't I? Hey, stop it. Keep up the good work you do. From Mr. M and Miss R in Indiana. Please block my last name. Oh, she's okay with her first name. She said, keep up. Yeah, make sure it doesn't show. Keep up the good work you do. From Mike and Rachel in Indiana. Please block my last name. Thank you so much for $20 to our Venmo. So yeah, we played some slots. He gave $5. We lost the first 5, and then the next week he gave another 20. Put a 20 in. Played Wheel of Fortune. Played the lowest bets. Won $27.50. So we won $2.50 on the slots that day. Right, because our initial bet was 25 total. Walked out with $27.50. You're gonna do a 100,000 donation party. What? I may never get to 100,000, so don't worry about it. Forget about it. It's okay. It's okay. If I do, I'm blessed. If I do, give me a silver play button or something. We'll see how that goes. Hugh keeps asking that question. Hugh, we don't talk about the stuff on the life on the channel anymore. Some of the stuff from home we don't talk about. We've had a rough time with that. I love you, Hugh. I'm not ignoring you, brother, but there's certain things we had to make private. We don't talk about the Philippines much on the channel and what Caroline's doing. We serve that for Patreon. Patreon.com/NotLeavingLasVegas. Steve Wynn was a genius. Someone should resurrect his Paradise Lagoon project. That was a great project Montel Wells talking about. Steve Wynn always liked water. The original Bellagio was going to be the Beau Rivage, and then they ended up building a Beau Rivage somewhere else. But the original Bellagio was supposed to be an island that you drove over to get to the hotel property. Patreon's making me $5,000 a month? No. What? I have 130. Actually, I lost Patreon money. My Patreon earnings are down $10 this month. Somebody quit. Not really. My Patreon doesn't pay for my cell phone bill and my power bill. 5,000 a month. Could you imagine? Man, I'll tell you, that would be the dream. If Patreon was making me 5K a month plus my YouTube earnings, I wouldn't have to work a day job. I would just be able to focus on content creation. Is it true that Steve Wynn isn't allowed in Vegas anymore? Oh, he's allowed in Vegas. He's just. I make I make less than a tenth than that. So you guys know, on my Patreon, I make less than a tenth of 5,000 a month. God bless your little hearts. Everybody has a preconceived notion of what us creators are doing financially. I cover it up because if I show the real amount, somebody thinks they shouldn't donate, and then they say this guy's just in it for the money. So Steve Wynn hasn't necessarily been banned from Vegas, but he's been banned from the casino industry, sure. Yeah, he's not allowed to have any stakes, no gaming licenses. He gave them up voluntarily, kind of like a plea deal with the Nevada state gaming regulation. He stepped away from his company. If you don't know, I did a Steve Wynn documentary. If you type in Steve Wynn downfall, you'll probably find my videos, maybe one of the first videos that pops up on YouTube search a couple of years ago. And it's got like maybe 700,000 or 800,000 views on it. It's a good video. I wish I could do more like that. Yeah, I did a whole like 15-minute thing. It's a good video. What about chicken? I don't understand. Anyways, we got the palms over here. It's so green out here, man. They do a good job on this. Across the street, we have marijuana dispensaries. This became a Meineke. This used to be a great little auto shop. When I lived in this area, I had to take my car here. Very honest guy who refused to charge me for simple things that he fixed in 30 seconds in front of me. He said, I don't need to charge you for that. Do I think the Raiders will be good this year? I have no idea, bro. I've been told, I don't know anything about football. I've been told that Geno Smith is not the guy. But I also know that Tom Brady is involved in the team now, so I don't believe Tom Brady would have a hands-off approach. Maybe he's a good football coach. This area at night, I wouldn't want to walk it. So there's another dispensary here. So we have a dispensary called Cookies, because that's funny, right? Cookies. And then over here we have one called Exhale that's been here for a very long time. There. And then we have this nasty-ass gas station where if you go in, there's always homeless people hanging out. Is the Dream Hotel on the south end of the strip ever going to be finished? Funny thing about the desert, you can have structural steel and concrete sit for 45, 50 years. There's no humidity. It doesn't break down. So, I mean, hey, in the year 3000. So, maybe, but not anytime soon. Nobody wants to borrow money at the rates we have right now. So there's the Palms. I would love to go into the Palms, but they have a bandwidth problem at the Palms. So every time I walk in there, the bandwidth drops, and I can't show you anything. It'll be a slideshow. This used to be a place called the Apothecary Shop, and they stylized themselves as a high-end experience for cannabis, although the prices were pretty much all the same. And then it's a group of investors from different states. And then it went out of business. Now it's Cookies. There's a few of the Cookies places out here. This is this little nondescript building used to be the Caesars International HR place. They had a Bally's Total Fitness type setup on the first level. They got rid of that some years ago. What do you think of the lobster buffet at the Palms? Oh, and it's Vegas time. No, we're not saying we're not friends anymore. It's just that he's too busy, and I texted him. It was like a year ago. I never heard back. And so I'm positive that if I was very, very persistent, I'm 100% sure that Richard Wilk would get back with me. But at the same time, I've been demotivated, except for now I am motivated, you know? And so I'd love to do more work with him. He's such a good spirit, such a nice, honest person, such a great guy. I can't sing his praises enough. But it's not that we're not friends. It's just that he's been incredibly busy since Vegas's business has been going up, you know? What do I think of the lobster buffet at the Palms? It's fine. I don't eat shellfish. When it first opened, we did a review there. It was an absolute mess because it took 4 hours or something for us to stand in the line. Nowadays, they have an online order system that you have to go through or else you can't get into the buffet. And it's only on certain days. Since Canada went legal with weed, it's not a big deal anymore. It's all over Vegas because of all the people coming in from places that can't get legal weed. Could be. Maybe. That's a theory. Sure. But what you also need to know about Nevada is that Nevada's always been a place dating back to, frankly, before there was a Nevada at all, hundreds of years, to where the city is open to any kind of business. We have low taxation for corporations. We have low personal income tax rates or zero income tax rates. We have low property taxes. We were the first in the country to have legalized gambling. We were the first in the country to have legalized prostitution. We were the first in the country to let autonomous cars roam around. So I think it's more that the state of Nevada is open to business ideas than anything else, but it was up to the people. It was put on a public vote and they said yes, and then the state ratified it as a law. Yeah. The M buffet, the M is the classiest buffet on Sundays. What do you think? I don't like brunch buffets. They shortchange you. It's mostly breakfast items, which are cheap. But, people like the M. It's too far away for me. I don't want to drive to Summerlin or to Henderson for something. But, yeah, if you like it, it's good. I like the M Resort. They got a Raiders restaurant in there, the only official one in the entire world. So if you're a Raiders fan, it's worth going. Whoa! We got $10 in our PayPal from Mr. B. Mr. B, say your name in the chats. Thank you so much, Mr. B. Wow, geez Louise, so generous. $10, that's awesome. Most people make $10 an hour or something. I don't know. Thanks so much, Mr. B. You gave an hour of your life to me. Where'd all the pot money go? So, great question, huh? So, all of the profits and proceeds from marijuana sales in Nevada were, by law, put into the education system. But we still have a terrible system on education. So that's a great question. Now, some people are saying that the funds were misappropriated. However, I will tell you, there are a lot of very nice, very new school buildings all around the valley. I think more that the education suffered because it closed all the schools, gave kids a bunch of crappy Chromebooks, and put them in the hands of parents that didn't know how to parent over the COVID-19 pandemic, than it was really anything to do with misappropriating money. But what do I know? What do you guys think? My husband and I went to the Palms when it first opened, was not impressed, and still doesn't impress me now. So you became Shania Twain. That don't impress me much. What's my average step count? Not as many as you think. I mean, I'll do 15,000 steps on these streams, but then when I don't stream, I do other physical activity, exercise, but it's not as many as you think. On average for the week, 7,000, I don't know. So, we're walking to the main strip if you're just joining us. This is Locals Hotels. And then over here you have a bunch of nationwide dining options. Chick-fil-A's, Denny's, Del Taco. The sleeper best hamburgers in the fast food biz. At least they were years ago. I haven't had a Del Taco hamburger in ages. But Chick-fil-A is closed on Sundays, of course. This big hotel, this is the Rio. Do you guys want to go look in the Rio? Say yes in the chat if you want to look in the Rio. I got over 1,300 to get over 1,300 to get 1,000 USD. So Vanilla Shake says yes. Mike says yes. Everybody want to go look in the Rio? I like the Rio. They play good music. Let's go look in the Rio. Oh, there's no way, man. Bike and a cam mount. I have an e-scooter with a 25-mile range, but the thing is, that's dangerous. You can't stream and ride a bike or a scooter at the same time. You're going to mess yourself up. Recently, Mark, the other me, had a pretty nasty spill on his e-scooter, and I don't know if he was streaming, but like I would never do that. Wait. It's not practical anyways. Steven should... Whoa, I got $5 from Mr. T. He pities the fool. Thank you so much, Mr. T. I appreciate you. Say your name in the chats. We do for anonymity reasons. We say Mr. T did $5 to our PayPal. I better remove that link before you guys call me an e-beggar. Thank you so much, Mr. T. Steven, Discuss is only 100% owned and operated. Discuss the only? I don't know which one that is, Wilson. See, there's two types of people when it comes to cannabis. You guys want to hear? If you live in a state with legalized cannabis, there's two types of people. Maybe three. There's three. We'll say there's three. The first type of people is the ones that are adamantly against it. They won't pop an edible. They won't use cannabis. They won't smoke. They won't do it. Not gonna do it. Now, the second type of people is the people that are indifferent to it. They're like, you know, I got some back pain. I'll eat an edible. I'll do it at home. Go to a party. Okay, smarty, go to a party. And then the third type of person is your friend who's like a freaking scientist. He's like, you know what you need, man. Whoa! Did I get two from Mr. T? Mr. T, either it's showing me the same thing twice or you sent two. Appreciate you, Mr. T. So, they're like, oh man, you got lower back pain? Let me pull my app out. And then they have this app. And it's like, all right, here's what you need. And then they're like super fast on the app. And they're like some kind of genius on it. They're like, get this one and go to this dispensary. It's got, 10 milligrams of this and it's this much per gram. And oh man, but just beware. It's going to make you hungry and make you want to sit on your couch, or it's going to make you horny, or it's going to give you a little anxiety. You're an anxiety. These three types of people. I'm not. I'm the first one. I don't care if you do it. It's just not for me. So that's what it is, man. We're going to go into the Rio. It's really windy out here. Look how big the parking garage for the Gold Coast. It's huge. They have another huge one out front too. All free parking at these local hotels. The Rio doesn't have a good parking situation. Let's go into the Rio, see this really cool, formerly famous, back in the 90s, this was it. So then I don't know if it's NWC. NWC is the only black-owned dispensary. They actually say that on the building. NWC. I guess that's important. I don't know. I don't care who the owner is. I don't eat at a restaurant because it's black-owned, but some people do. My mom got remarried at the Rio. Cool. Nice. This place was so famous back in the day, the Rio, that South Park, when that was at its absolute height of peak of popularity on cable TV in 1999. They did an episode about the millennium. And if you don't know, South Park has the character of Jesus that comes down. And Jesus is upset because everybody's expecting something amazing. Mr. R, thank you for $25 on the Cash App. Thank you so much, Mr. R. Wow, Mr. R, so generous. Wow, geez. So Jesus comes down to South Park, the town of South Park, and his father, God, agrees to do a fantastic miracle on the millennium. So Jesus announces that we're going to be doing something fantastic at the world famous All Suites Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. So it broke the culture. And the Rio was on South Park at its peak because it was known as an all suites hotel. It was like, this was the tits. It was the tits. You ever heard that term? Anyway, so let's go inside. Thank you so much, Travis. Yeah, I know, black-owned dispensary. You heard NWC. I know what you thought, but it's actually Nevada Wellness Center. I know what you thought. I told you the dispensary name was NWC. I then told you on the building they put the only black-owned dispensary in Nevada, and then your mind went to something else. Don't tell me, and it doesn't make you a bad person if your mind went there. It's because of that word that shouldn't be said by anybody of any color. You know.
Welcome to Jumanji.
There's a Jumanji slot machine. Huh. So this is the Rio. I like the Rio though, dude. I love NWA. All right. You got the orb. I don't even know what this is for. Like, I can't figure this one out. There's two little cup holders here, but they're not for cups. The buffet used to be right here, and then they replaced it with a food hall. So sad, because the buffet here was fantastic. The whole thing, there was a wall. You can see the wall there. It came out all the way this way to that bank of slot machines and hooked around. And there were two entrances at one point. At one point, there was two separate buffets at the Rio. This is how big buffets were back in the day. There was the seafood only, all-you-can-eat buffet with lobsters and crabs and everything you could ever imagine, right? And then, where did my other phone go? And then towards the end, they kind of merged the two, and they walled off the main buffet. So the main buffet had an entrance here where Tony Luke stands, and then there was another entrance down there where those two screens are on the wall to go to the main buffet. And one of the things that the Rio did back in the day when the economy went off the rails backwards upside down here was they would have special deals for locals. So we got like the best deals for locals. It was ridiculous. Buy one get one free buffets, and they were only $20. Dude, $20 for two all-you-can-eat buffets? Come on now. Do I think taking out the buffets turned people away? Not really. This is a new generation. They didn't eat all-you-can-eat buffets. The new generation is ones they're catering to, and people have a short memory span. So this is all that's here. So I am making a video about that though, because I already made the one video about the buffets and where they went, and it didn't get as much play. So I'm going to make another one on the Strip, and I got to think of an intriguing title, like how Vegas trained you to pay more for food or something. I don't know. I think visitors are down because the average person is tired of being nickeled and dimed. Also, the opening of casinos in other states, including Virginia. And lastly, you can sports bet online. Could be part of it. I'm sure there are buffets in San Francisco. How much longer can Penn and Teller perform in Vegas? They're celebrating their 50th anniversary. Oh man, all these guys, they're older. David Copperfield's older. Penn and Teller are older. Let's turn the noise isolation off of the mics. Hear the cool 90s music in the Rio. We're also going to have to go look at the Strip. We're going to get the best view of the Strip, so stay tuned right now. They have the absolute best view of the Strip from the parking garage. We're going to go see what the renovation progress looks like, where the old Show in the Sky used to be. Spending $100 at a buffet is insane. I don't care how good the food is. Is Wayne Newton the oldest Vegas performer who is currently still performing? No, I think it's probably Barry Manilow. This is a really cool looking, like, look at this place, man. This is like, they need more of this in Vegas. This looks like something you'd find in the East Coast, doesn't it? Or in Nashville. It's a nice restaurant. And it's all based on punk rock and stuff from back in the day. You got like New York Dolls up here. You got like, what I think that might be the Stones or the Beatles. It's not the Beatles. Got all this Kiss in the background. Cool stuff. Greed killed Las Vegas buffets. Is that the video I made? I made that video, or a video like it. I'd rather spend $100 at a buffet than $100 on a slot machine. Well, I mean, the buffet's typically a loss leader. The original buffets in Vegas were just there to feed people en masse. The Circus at one point was the second largest food distributor in all of Nevada, only behind the prison system. Hey, my friend, I'm coming to Vegas soon. Is there a strip club you recommend that's good for my friend's bachelor party? Not so much, man. I mean, I'm not a strip club guy, but you can probably find some great resources online to talk about that. If you guys are just watching, we do these investigative type things to see what's up in the strip and tell you the honest truth about it. And if you guys want to help out and contribute, you can like, share, subscribe if you guys want to. You can leave us a comment. You can share this video with somebody on social media right now. We might even break 1,000 people on this stream. Who knows? We've flirted with 750 a few times. If you guys want to reach out and you guys want to contribute, because we don't get any money for these streams unless you guys help us, go to notleavinglasvegas.com/donate, click on PayPal, put in any amount. You don't need an account. notleavinglasvegas.com/donate, click on PayPal, put in any amount. We don't make a penny otherwise. Thank you so much. Okay, cool. I know it's a ripoff, but I need to let my friend know. What about the strip clubs? I don't think it's a ripoff. I mean, you're paying for entertainment, man. Just don't get stupid, you know? Don't think that they're gonna take you to the back room and give you a special show, if you know what I mean. That doesn't happen. None of that happens, and they prey on dudes who are naive and stupid that way. You're not naive and stupid. Chicas bonitas. Oh, you're gonna send them to North Las Vegas? That's wild, bro. Those high-end strip clubs will have a big cover charge. You could find a dude on the strip giving away covers. And you know, you can get in the cover for free with like a 5-drink minimum or something. I don't know. 5-drink minimum. You'd be so drunk. So what do we got going on here? I really wish they would do something with this place. This bar is still open though. Yeah, you're not gonna have a sexual experience. Big Dog says, go get a job. I have a job, dude. I work 7 days a week at like 3 different things, brother. Mr. M did $8.13 to our PayPal. Thank you, Mr. M. Appreciate you, Mr. M. Big Dog's like, hey, now why don't you get a job? I don't care now, forget about it. That's not the lyrics. How does this place stay open? Convention business. They have a lot of conventions, a lot of tournaments. Uh-oh. What is this? Oh, I thought this was a purse. Somebody lost their Camelback. Somebody lost their Camelback. Thank you, Martin Easley. So, is this? No, there's no water in this. There used to be a stage here, and then if you look on the top, you have these tracks up here. And they used to have these floats that would come out. But right now, it's just the Boulevard of Broken Dreams. It's not that great. Freddy the Fly, could you guys stop? Here, you guys want to see something? Listen, because nobody's going to join my Patreon or even donate $1 if you guys think I'm making $5,000 a month on Patreon. Everybody thinks I'm making $5K a month. Are you kidding me? No. Here. That shit. This is what I make on a month on Patreon. It's about 1/10 of that. Okay? And from there I pay taxes, $10.99 every year. Okay? So just stop with that. Gosh. I feel like Napoleon Dynamite half the time. Yeah, but when you guys say that stuff, man, people think I'm rich, man. They're like, oh, he's such a cheap bitch. He's begging for money. He makes $5K a month on Patreon. No, not even. I don't make $5K a month on donations. I don't make $5K a month on Patreon. My last month on YouTube, let me show you something, okay? You guys want to see something else? This is a reality. You guys think your YouTubers are living this high life, dude? It is a mother-loving grind, and I'm happy to be part of it. But let me show you what, let me show you something. I'll show you guys what this looks like, if you guys want to see. This is April. This was my April. April. This is what YouTube's sending me for April. $5.25 for April. So no, we're not exactly crushing it, but that's okay. I do this for the love of content, and I love to talk to you guys. So that's all right. This is Kiss World. Living the dream. We say that, man. I used to be, when I was in timeshare, living the dream. That's what everybody says on the timeshare game, man. It's funny. If you made $5K a month, is that enough to pay for your rent? Yeah, man. Well, my rent's like $2,000 a month. And then my bills and payments and stuff like that. Like anybody else, brother. Like anybody else, Shades. Woo! Let's go, Rock and Roll Chapel. We're trying to get outside and show you the, and these don't make any money for us unless we have donations, that's all. Anyway, let's go outside. I'm gonna go out and show you guys. Now, this is the newest thing. Look at this, man. I wonder if this was a real photo shoot or if they made this with AI. Because typically you're not going to be able to blow up an AI photo like this unless you have a really powerful computer and you train your own AI model on it to output really, really good resolution stuff. This is like a burlesque parody, has nothing to do whatsoever with George Lucas or Disney. Yeah, that was my intent on the Fire Marshal Bill stuff. She's giving you the middle fingers. I mean, it could be. I don't really know. Everything looks pretty good. And again, a photo that size, you have to take that with a medium or a large format camera. Like that size won't blow up. You can't make an AI image that big and print it. It just doesn't work on a regular AI model. No, parody law. Just go watch Nathan, what is it, Nathan? What is that Nathan show? Oh my gosh. Nathan Felder. He did a show, I can't remember it. It's on HBO Max. But he talks about parody law. Parody law allows you to do that kind of stuff because people obviously know it's not really Star Wars. They know it's a parody. So if it's obvious, like Michael Jackson does the song Eat It, and it's a parody of Beat It. So he did an episode called Dumb Starbucks. And he's covered under parody law because it's dumb Starbucks. Nathan, for you, thank you. Here's our good view. I want to show you guys a good view back here. This is the view, see? Nathan Fielder. I went to one of the best business schools in Canada. Look at this view, man. This is the life up here. Felder, tomato, potato. Potato, tomato. Chicken and waffles. Lolo's. You know, I've never been to Lolo's, man. I wonder if it's any good. There was a chicken and waffles place that was a locals place, and it closed pretty quickly. So, you can see the sign here. That's on East Flamingo. Right on the other side of the strip here. Look at the views, huh? Ain't that $1 million view? Those girls probably were looking and hoping Steven helped them carry it. No. Nowadays, us men, we have to be careful who we talk to. I'm a married man. Yeah, that's the back end of the view, man, of the strip. And then you got the railway that goes from LA across the country, goes through Vegas this way. And then we have part of the Las Vegas Wash and the tunnel system here. So you can see where the tunnels start, just on the other side of these trees here. Potato, tomato. There's some people probably living in there. It's a great part down here, man. I find myself wishing a man would carry stuff for me more often these days. They don't even ask anymore. Yeah, it's a great area. We come out here for fireworks. We're the only channel that does it. Everybody stays on the strip and they lose their signal, and we're the ones that come out here and take the hike. Take a hit. We'll always have full connection when the fireworks go off because we're just far enough away that we get on a different set of cell towers. If you guys don't understand, can you take a train from Vegas to LA? I mean, you could always hop on a cargo or freight train, but not right now, you can't. People don't understand, like, so the way cell phones started to come about was a patent so there was a man from Vegas of all places, and he worked for Motorola, and he filed a patent, and the US Army used the patent in World War II. Oh my gosh, Mr. E says Hunger Games in Vegas title for the video. Could be, but then where's the Hunger Games? I love it, Eric. Thank you so much, Mr. E. So here's how the cell phones worked in World War II, or Vietnam, I think it was actually, Vietnam. You'd have a soldier with a pack, and he would have this giant backpack on that weighed like 100 pounds. And he would unpack the pack, and there would be telescoping poles, and he would put the telescoping poles up, and they'd have an antenna on top, and it would actually shoot a signal around. And then you'd have another soldier maybe 200 yards away who would do the same thing, and those cell sites overlapped. And so our modern cell phone technology, the cells are actually circular sites which overlap with each other, and if you make enough of those, you have continuous coverage. That came out of the Vietnam War era. So when you're on the strip, like, and you're in between cell sites and there's not a repeater, you can lose signal, and then when you're on there, those things only have so much bandwidth. So eventually, everybody jumps on the bandwidth. I mean, look, if you have a garden hose and the faucet from your house is nice and strong, and then you put 5 hoses off, every hose has a reduced capacity at the end of the hose. And that's the theory with cell phone towers, right? So you gotta understand that stuff. Last trip to the strip smelled like a Mexican toilet on a hot. Yeah, sometimes it does smell bad, Milkman. That video's already a couple of years old, but you can YouTube it. What did Ed say? I don't know. I am a female making delivery. These can't hold on. I don't know what's going on. What's up, fast food toy box? Why do people live in the tunnels? Well, I don't see that conversation happening. Why do people live in the tunnels? Because it's hot in the summertime and it's cold in the wintertime. There's no sun in the tunnels, so it's always cooler in the summer. And there's no wind in the tunnels. Like, look at this wind we got going, man. See this wind that's kicking these trees up? Whoa. Mr. E says on PayPal I was late. Mr. E, my man from Switzerland. If you want to type that I have permission to show your chats and say your name, Mr. E, I gotta watch out for privacy reasons. Yeah, I don't want to key in on the homeless folks as much. Smash Burger's closed today, maybe till later. Oh yeah, I know the kitchen's going. So that's not wind. I mean, we don't have tornadoes or nothing. You can hear them grilling up the meats. What are they cooking right now if it's closed? That doesn't sound very fresh. All right, let's go back to the strip now. We're going to go down to the Las Vegas Strip. So let's go back out to the front of the Rio. If you go from making good money to living in a tunnel, mistakes were made. I agree. I mean, it sounds like they're frying something up. Maybe they're cooking some veggies or sauteing some onions for later. It's fine to say Eric from Switzerland. My man, Eric from Switzerland. Another $5. My goodness, Eric. Thank you so much, bro. You keep doing $5. Jeez, eventually I'm going to be sitting there on day one, get my Switch 2, my Nintendo addiction on. Anybody else here a Nintendo fan from back in the day? Michael Lee, say my name, say my name. I say Michael Lee. He's not anonymous. He uses the same name in the chat, so I can say, Michael Lee, thank you for $15 on Cash App. He uses the same name in the chat, so it's okay to say his name. Do. Used to have dancing girls at the Rio. This is one of the first properties to ever do them. This used to be a bar. It's closed now. There actually used to be an arcade up here. That's closed now. We have all of this cool artwork here that's like stained glass, but isn't stained glass. Who do we have here? We got Jimmy. We got Kurt. We got Amy Winehouse. Got Jim Morrison. Okay, so where's my pop culture radar? Jim Morrison, Kurt Cobain, Jimi Hendrix, Amy Winehouse. Chats, is this Sid Vicious? Who is this? Chats, tell me in the chats. I don't know who this is. And I also don't know this one. So who are these? Who are these? Let me know. Okay. Well, my one outlet is that I play my Switch. I take a 20-minute break and I play it. So it was Brian Jones. Janice. Is it the 27 Club or the 29 Club? I thought it was the 27 Club. Is anyone old enough to remember that there used to be an arcade at the Forum Shops basement? I don't know that one. Janis Joplin. Take another little piece of my heart now, baby. Take it. They cram these freaking cake vending machines everywhere. Who's buying a cake here? This is scary. Eric says, love everything electronic. I got all the consoles and custom build water cooled PCs. Yeah, man, I'm stoked about the Switch too. It's the one console I love playing. I got the Xbox Series X and I can't find myself sitting on my TV for an hour. But I bought that at a pawn shop for $200 because the guy and I were friends. Now the Xbox Series X is like even more because of tariffs. I feel like I should sell it maybe, but I want to keep it. Thanks so much, Eric. So Eric is all about the electronics. I got you, man. Whoa, Mr. G. Mr. G sent $10 to our Cash App. Thank you, Mr. G. I think you use your real name in the chats. There you go. When I was a little kid, all the adults used to go to the Rio to party. That's right. So now, this is hilarious, right? They sell loot boxes in the hotels. These are literal loot boxes. You don't know what you're gonna get. It's like life is like a box of chocolates. So how much are they? That's the question we have here. So $150 for an autographed jersey mystery box. You don't know whose jersey you're gonna get. $75 for a Pokemon mystery box. Soccer card mystery box or a sports card mystery box. So if you tap on this one, insert $150. Each mystery box contains autographed sports jersey from a famous athlete. So NFL, NBA, MLB. I'm already out. You don't have NHL. Not doing it. Some jerseys are team jerseys and some are player name and number only. Oh, that is effing lame. Some jerseys are team jerseys and some are, whoa, Amy. I can say Amy's name because she uses her name in real life on the strip. Amy sent $10 to our Cash App. Thank you so much. Amy S. So some are player name and number only? How does that work? What, so you're going to give me like a Wayne Gretzky jersey that just says Gretzky 99 and it doesn't have an Oilers logo on it? I don't think that's chill. Anyway, go Leafs go. Yes, baby. Oh, that game's today. I got to be home for that game. Shoot. I was going to try to do my second workout. Oh, can't do that. Jad's first experience with is at 2012 or 2013. Cool. Let's get out to the main strip, dog. I do have to pee though, so here's the worst part about it. I got 700 people watching. I think it's insanity. But I gotta pee, so we're gonna have to like use the bathroom. And hopefully I don't lose all of you. Like, look, if you say chats while I'm in the bathroom, I promise to read your chat. Will that keep you in the chats? Let me know in the chats. I promise to read your chat. Say a bunch of comments. I'll read anything you want to say. It could be any off the wall comment as long as it's not totally bonkers, and then I'll censor it. So I'll be right back. I just gotta bump into the bathroom real quick here for like maybe a minute. Well, not even that. Okay, hold on a sec. I love you guys for being here. I'm so impressed that we got a big chat today. I don't know why. Probably because of my crazy clickbait title. All right, boom. See what being a human being does? We got like Miss Clementine calling me a fool and bailing on me. And what's the saddest thing about that is that I'm very sensitive to women. I really am. All right, so we lost 120 people because we had a human need. People like Miss Clementine called me a fool, which sucks. It is what it is. Whatever. Hopefully they come back. Let's go back to the strip now. I think I'll read your chats, dude. Yeah, if it's at 4:30, I'll be able to see it. It's a big spike down when you can say I'll be back in 1 minute for a bathroom break, and then they all bail on you. Because let me ask you, there's like nobody else streaming right now. So what are you doing in the meantime? In the meantime, you're gonna go find another Vegas stream? The answer is no, you're not. But you know, you're still back, so you're here. It's windy, man. And somebody said, oh, you don't know wind. No, you're right. I don't know it like somebody in Tennessee who has to deal with the tornadoes. But it's still pretty inhospitable to streaming. Like, I still worry that my phone, which is, 7 inches by whatever inches, becomes a fan and disappears. Some people realize you have to go to work or mow the lawn. I don't know what that means. You're enchanted by the live stream and then you snap out of it. It could be. I see what you're saying. Ironically, I'm a public bathroom right now too. How many people watching are in the bathroom? Taking a crap on the bathroom watching Las Vegas. Crazy. Crazy. Listen to the music. Let's go to, let's see if the Bellagio slammed. That'll be our barometer of how busy it is. If there's people at the Bellagio, this is not the walk you want to do. You can do it now. It's beautiful. It's 70 degrees. But you don't want to do this walk during the summertime. Plop. Windy in Vegas, yeah. It gets like this in the spring and the fall and the summer and the winter and pretty much all the time. Vegas is one of the top 5 windiest cities in the country. But people are like thinking it's not. It really is, man. It's gusty, it's windy. It's kind of nuts. Who gets ad revenue? Well, I don't get copyright strikes. Do you guys want to know why streamers like us rely on donations? Say yes in the chats if you guys want to know why we rely on donations. Well, how it really works from a YouTube creator perspective. Say yes in the chat if you want to know a little bit about the back business of the YouTubes. Neil's like, fuck no. So here's how this works, right? When you upload a regular YouTube video, YouTube checks the video. And they've gotten really good at this in the last few years. Time was in the past, you'd upload your video, maybe 5 minutes later, maybe 5 days later, hell, maybe 5 years later, you'd be told your video is ineligible for revenue because you have copyrighted material in the video. So nowadays, when you upload a regular video, YouTube checks it, takes 30 seconds to a minute, and then it says, go ahead and post this, you're fine. Now, when we do a live stream, those checks can't happen because it's happening live. So what happens is YouTube hears all the music. Listen to the music, right? YouTube hears all the music. It sends the music after the stream through the copyright ID system. It's called Content ID. YouTube made it years ago. And what's happening is this. Whether you're the Eagles, the Beatles, the Weeknd, you're, I don't know, Toby Keith, anybody really. If you have a music catalog, your company that holds your catalog rights, they've uploaded your whole entire music library to YouTube. The minute YouTube uses its AI algorithm to identify music, step 2, after the live stream is completed, is they say, what does the rights holder want to do with this? First thing they can do, nothing at all. You can run ads on it. This rights holder doesn't give a shit. Go make your money, Steven. We'll put ads on your video. You make 100%. Second thing they can do is they can do revenue share, where you make a little money and the artist makes some money. Third thing they can do, is they can take all the revenue. Fourth thing they can do is they can copyright claim you, take your video down entirely, which harms your channel. Of those 4 things, number 3 is what happens. So after I'm done my video, it's live, YouTube runs through it, takes about 10 minutes for a 2 or 3 hour long live stream. YouTube identifies all the music, checks it against the copyright ID library. It then says, okay, Steven played the Beatles, the Eagles, the Rolling Stones, Steven played the Weeknd, Steven played Vanilla Ice. I didn't play any of it, of course, it's not my fault. What do the Beatles, the Eagles, the Rolling Stones, the Weeknd, and the Vanilla Ice people want to do? Then I get all of your video has a copyright claim. You don't have to do anything. You don't make a penny off this. So, after my stream, I might have 10,000 people watch my stream. Now, I might make $60 to $100 off the stream if I could run ads on it. I now have no choice. Ads will run on my video. Okay? Hold on, everybody. I now have no choice. After the copyright claims have put in, 100% of everybody will see ads on my video. Unless you're using YouTube Premium or an ad blocker, right? I don't get a penny from those, but I might have 10,000 views after, which could make me $100 on ad revenue, but I don't get a penny. Instead, all those nickels and dimes add up and go to like the 20 or so songs that identified to the music catalog to that artist. Whoa! Ms. D did $10 to our PayPal. Thank you, Ms. D. So we just left the Rio. We're on West Flamingo, and we're walking to try to get out of the damn wind. If the Rio still had a good affordable buffet, it would draw away more people. The buffets are a loss leader. Casinos don't make money off buffets. We have a lot of noise happening. I'm going to turn my noise reduction on, maybe. Let's see how it'll go. Okay, you can hear me better now because the cars are probably not whirring past your earbuds, your eardrums. Okay. What's the incentive for hotels to let people go to the pools for free? They're hoping that they're going to gamble a little bit, eat at the restaurants while they're there. And then while they're there, they might see a show they want to book later. The Palms has a pretty good theater. It used to be called the Pearl at the Palms, but now I don't know if it's still called the Pearl. How good is that theater? Let me tell you. Sir Paul McCartney opened that when it was the original Palms back in the day when the Maloof brothers owned it. They've had some pretty amazing names go through that concert hall at the Palms. So the Palms is probably one of the best local hotels in the entire city. But, you know, Steven, what will you do with all the cash you're... You pay bills? I'm going to pay my bills, bro. Casinos figure out what the buffets draw. The wrong kind of gambler. So, do you guys want to know the original intent of the buffets? Why did buffets come to be back in the 1950s when the old El Rancho Hotel instituted the first Vegas buffet? Why did the buffets exist to start with? Why did the buffets exist to start with? Let me know. If you want to know, I can tell you. Oh, jeez, this wind, man. Can't wait to get indoors. This is bonkers. Because they can make up with it. Their mind? No. People were not hungry? No. 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 Not bringing a crowd? No. No, they existed because people would gamble and then leave the property to eat and then maybe never come back. So the cheap buffets were a way for the casino to buy food in bulk and have you gamble, eat, gamble, eat, gamble, eat, gamble, wash, rinse, repeat. That's the only reason. Right? Like, some of the hotels were built without hotel towers. Circus was built as a standalone hotel and it had no hotel tower. And one of the first things the new owners did when they bought it in the late 70s, early 80s was build a hotel tower. The Golden Nugget didn't have a hotel tower. One of the very first things Steve Wynn did was build a hotel tower. So if they don't have restaurants in place, you know, and you can't build the world's biggest restaurant and have the world's biggest kitchen to feed thousands of gamblers. You just build a buffet. Have them leave the floor briefly, eat, come back. Wash, rinse, repeat. The cycle. Ugh. So now, the Chuck Wagon buffet, Sin City Jim says that was the buffet over at the El Rancho. I did a whole video on this. My channel is not really about live streams. Bacchanal is thriving. Bacchanal, you mean the same company that put ageism in place? I did a video about it. Nobody really watched that one. There wasn't a lot of interest, but Bacchanal is managing out their servers. They don't want servers on the floor. This wind is too much. It's crazy right now. We got to get across the street. It should die as soon as we get on that tree line at Bellagio. Yeah, Bacchanal Buffet has been downsizing and cutting all their staff to an extreme degree to try to make it a profitable enterprise. This is stupid. I can't read your comments right now because I have to hold the phone close to me. Because if I hold it at arm's length, I'm going to lose the phone because it's just a magnetic clamp on these gimbals. I don't want to lose my phone and have it destroyed. That would make for one bummer of a day. Steven, what did you do with all those donations? I paid the deductible to replace my phone today. So I'm at a net zero. Well, that could be an idea for a video, John. It could be. But it has to be appropriately titled. Probably a better title would be The Worst Place in the World to Bring Your Children, or something like that. They bring their kids for a number of reasons. There's ignorance as to what the city's all about. They've never been here. They don't care. They're bad parents. There's bad parents, you know. Hey man, there's bad mechanics. If there's bad roofers, sure as hell no, there's bad parents. Maybe they're bad parents. Maybe they're selfish parents. Maybe they're ignorant. Just remember, folks, if somebody calls you ignorant and they're actually That guy's going way too fast. They're actually halfway smart. They're not insulting you. You see, you can educate and fix ignorance. Can't fix stupidity. What's up, Canadian Butterscotch? It might. It might. Yeah, Allison knows the game. You gotta bring in the... You gotta have the engagement. That's why this chat is working so good today. So we're going into the Bellagio. We're gonna check out the Bellagio. They say that the bellwether state, it's Pennsylvania in the U.S. elections. Whichever way that goes, the election usually goes. Well, in Vegas, the bellwether. That's the Bellagio Conservatory. If the conservatory is busy, then you know that there's people in town. The Wynn buffet is like $90 now. I remember my parents taking me to Vegas when I was 12. Well, that's the same with me, RG. I first came here in 1995, but I was 14. And but it was a different era, man. That was made for kids. American Dave's lying, got some lies about the Luxor. The Luxor is closing December 31st. That's a screenshot I'll take. Maybe I'll make a video about that lie. Luxor is closing December 31st. Implosion scheduled for March of 2026. That's the kind of lie that gets TikTok traction. And then people repeat it enough until it becomes a truth to them. Why would the Luxor go? So here's a headline. The world's dumbest company decides to build in Vegas during the world's worst economy for lending money. Gosh, that would be really stupid of them. Probably not going to happen. There's no host at Circus Circus. I'm a ringmaster and I can't get a comp. We're going to go into the Bellagio. We're going to go into the VIP valet area because it's we got to get it out of this wind. They're not closed. The Luxor buffet closed last month. They're not closing the Luxor and demolishing a building that's paid for, prints money, has a show that's still popular. It's not going to happen. Yeah, I do Sunday mornings. Every Sunday. Oh, listen to the music. Oh. The Bellagio bandit. I don't know how many years he got. He went in with a motorcycle helmet and stole it from him. There was actually a shooting last night at Caesars. Did you guys know this? Yeah, there was a shooting here at Caesars Palace yesterday. They're not giving you any types of details because that's what they do. They cover it up. That's what they do. These are big hotels, thousands and thousands of rooms. If you read the newspaper article, it says, there's a shooting at the 3500 block of Las Vegas Boulevard South. All you need to know is that this entire building is the 3500 block. There's no other address with the numbers 35 in it. Anywhere on the strip. What about the Vegas gym? Yeah, man, the police, there was a shooting last week at a Las Vegas Athletic Center. Nowhere at the club, Las Vegas Athletic Club, a major line of gyms. It was nowhere near the strip, however. It was way in the north part of town. And one gym employee died. I think another, they said 2 died. It was the shooter and the gym employee. The cops took the shooter down. Where are we going? We're going inside the Bellagio. This is the valet, VIP valet. RG, can I get your opinion on Ellis Island? Went there recently and it's under construction, but it seemed like, yeah, I like Ellis Island. The Ellis Island has the Village Pub. It's a good restaurant. They have prime rib. Don't go too late. You won't get the prime rib. They only make so much for the day. So if you go in at midnight, you're probably not getting prime rib. I've had the Philly steaks. I've had the fish and chips. I've had the wraps. Out of all those, fish and chips are the best. The wife gets a prime rib. She likes it. It's good stuff. They made their portions much smaller over the last 2 years. They did some of that shrinkflation action that so many people think doesn't exist, but it does. They're doing a major renovation. They got rid of their brew house, which is unfortunate because it was the original one in all of Nevada. But good property. The Luxor is not going anywhere. Somebody just told the lie to the chats, but you can believe what you want. Why did somebody say that Vegas messed up bad? Why? Bringing baseball in? Why do you think that? Jumping jack flashes. Okay, I can turn my noise isolation off. You guys can hear the music. Jumping jack flash, it's a gas, gas, gas. Pretty slow in here. I am not gonna spin it any other way. The fountains may or may not run today because of the wind. Beautiful though, huh? Oh yeah. The Bellagio is Italian. The outside fountain is modeled after Lake Como in Italy. So this is not French. It is Italian themed. I meant to mute the one tab, listen to you, but I accidentally muted you. Okay. Hey man, like I said, the kids are here for the EDC show, but this is about as dead as I've seen the Las Vegas Strip. It's pretty slow right now, so. You know, typically when these things happen, the security gets on my ass. We'll see if that happens. Usually when it's busy, they don't care if we walk through. Bellagio, to their credit's always been respectful. Whoa, we got $5 from Mr. or Miss M. Thank you so much for $5 for Mr. or Miss M. I'll show you this only 3 times in the stream. I'll show you this only 3 times in the stream. Once in the beginning, once in the middle, and once towards the end. And then we're going to get rid of our donation links and not talk about it again. So, if you guys want to reach out and you guys want to take care of us, we're taking care of you. Here's what you're going to do. On my main page, you'll see below my channel title and my channel name, between the two, click More. If you want to find out all the ways you can donate, we have all of them listed here. But if you don't have any of these Zelles, Venmos, Cash Apps, or PayPals, just click on the donate button on top. I do the next part to troll all my haters. So I don't, no one's going to ever do this, but go to the PayPal donation. If you don't have a money moving device, you don't need one. Go to PayPal here. Type in, I want to buy Steven a Switch 2 for $500. I'm just trolling my people right now. And then go to click on debit or credit card. You don't need an account. It doesn't show me your numbers. It just shows me a nice donation. All right, now we're going to get rid of our donation link so you guys can enjoy all of the amazingness of the Bellagio. Thanks so much for your consideration. If you can't afford that, just like and share this video. Subscribe to our channel. We do live streams and regular video uploads every week. My goal is to do 52 uploads in a row on Thursdays. We're going to cover what makes us different. By the way, what makes us different? Well, we're not auditioning for a spot to be an influencer for a casino. I'm not winning thousands of dollars every single slot stream, making you wonder how I'm doing it while I think, allegedly, I'm going to say working with the casino to make it look like everybody's a winner. I will tell you the truth about Las Vegas. I will tell you the good and the bad. We're going to go see one of the best things in the world right now. It's a great thing to go to. We're also going to tell you how the casinos might be in an economic death spiral. We're also going to tell you in a video how Vegas is becoming more like Orlando. We're going to tell you in a future video how Vegas basically robs you when you're not even here if you want to get rid of resort fees. We're making all this content so you guys can have a better experience and fully understand how to maximize. So subscribe to the channel. I don't know, but Las Vegas locally, they banned me on X. I am a very polarizing figure, but I love all of you guys. But you say it looks like Orlando, but you don't know how it's becoming like Orlando. So there is a shucks ton of people inside the Bellagio. Gaming tables are full. This is the premier destination in the city, it seems. Every single time we see it, it's craziness. I'm so disappointed in a few of my channels that became influencers. Oh, I'm an influencer too. I have an affiliate link if you want to gamble at home, for example. I mean, I'll post it in the chat right now. Yeah, we have a special offer if you want to skip Vegas and gamble at home with real money. You guys get special offers. You know, they'll juice you up. Wow, Ms. K sent $10 to our PayPal. Thank you so much, Ms. K. We appreciate you, Ms. K. Thank you. God bless you. Yeah, here's a link. We work with gambling.com and casinos.com. We give you legal, American-based casino companies that you can gamble with at home and get special offers on. Now, if the influencers are paid by casinos, I don't know. I don't know. But they're supposed to check a box when they upload videos. And this box says this video contains paid placements or free comps or whatever. They don't check those boxes, so we'll never know. They're breaking all the rules by not checking the boxes if they're getting paid. That's a law that the Federal Telecommunications or FCC, I can't remember which body makes them do it, but they're not doing it. They're not disclosing it. Vegas Bradley, the only slot machine I ever gambled on was Wheel of Fortune, and we won $2.50 after our losses. So I guess that's my favorite. Remember in my last video I was telling you about these obscene checkout lines? Look at this, man. It's getting there. There's nobody in. No, we can't do our conservatory test because they're tearing it apart. What a bummer. So we have our long waits here. But I wanted to show you the Bellagio Conservatory. Oh man, bummer. They're ripping it apart. They're replacing everything right now. But it's cool. At least you get to see the changeover. Nobody gets to see that. Second is to go out in front of the Bellagio fountains at 10:30 on a Sunday. So you can see the conservatory here. I love the city of Vegas. I was an Army recruiter for 2 years. Very disappointed that baseball is coming in. I still want to know why. Thank you for being part of our services. Appreciate it. But it's all right. Jumping jack flash, it's a gas, gas, gas. Don't lie, guys. Is there anybody who's mad jealous right now by this setup? Anybody out there who was like, I wish I had that in my garage because I'm not a tool guy? What is the best poker room? I don't know, chats. Who is the best poker room in the city? Tell us. Dang. Yep, they're making short work of everything out here. I-15 is wide open. All right. Horseshoe. I hear horseshoe. Okay. Who else? Anybody else for where this awesome person watching my stream should go for their poker? Tell me in the chats. A second way to tell if the city is busy is to go back here, and if we can find a lineup in the buffet at the Bellagio on a Sunday, or if we can find a seat back here. No lineup, Bellagio, slow. No seats back here, slow. And this is where we had our homeless guy encounter with, what was his name? All right. No seats back here, so relatively busy. You want to walk to the Aria over the new tunnel? I don't know, maybe. Oh, the Essentials reopened. Do you guys want to see the most expensive souvenirs in the city? Say yes in the chats. Solo, thank you. I remember thinking it was a Star Wars name. Do you guys want to see the most expensive gift shop in the town? Say yes in the chats. You guys want to see the most expensive gift shop in the city? Say yes in the chats. Okay, we got one yes. No. Hidden Valley Ranch has awesome cable games. Yeah, but I mean, Hidden Valley Ranch is a great salsa. I don't know if I drive to the hotel. Hello, how are you? So, I like the theming. This might be cashmere or something. It's really nice and soft, but it's $68. Let's go look at some other stuff. I love the jean jacket. It's embossed, and it's actually a good embossing because it's actually sewn and threaded. Jeez. Ain't it the life? Ain't it the life? What do you think the jean jacket's worth? Whoa, Mr. J paid $2. Bellagio. Thank you so much, Mr. J, for our Venmo. Appreciate you. And I can't see. Okay, how much do you think the jean jacket is worth? Take an idea, chats. What do you think the jean jacket is worth? Whew, I know the price. No, we're just looking. Thank you. So we have 100, we have 100, we have 225, we have 149. If we were playing Price is Right, two of you are wrong. 120, 140. Liberty is the winner. Liberty is the winner, with the jacket being $140 dues. Okay, hooded sweatshirt. I don't know this brand. I've seen this brand, I think, at another shop. Is this not New Balance, right? What do you think the hooded sweatshirt is worth, guys? Come on, chats. Aviator Nation has nothing to do with our baseball team. What do you think the shirt is worth, chats? This one will blow your ever-loving minds. All right, so the jean jacket's $140. The simple shirt's $68. What do you think this one's worth? $125, $78, $100, $1,120. $140 plus tax. I take the jacket. $120, $89. You're all wrong. You guys ready? You guys ready? You guys ready? The price is, you guys ready for this? Anybody want to keep guessing? It's something that ends in a 5. Come on, chats. Oh. How do you like apples? Do you like apples? I got a number. How do you like them apples? Freddy the Fly was the closest. You win a free coupon for a Tesla Cybertruck that I lost the coupon for, so you can't win anything. You'll get nothing and like it. So, yeah. How much is a Bellagio hat? I always wanted a Bellagio hat. Is that a luxury brand? It is kind of a a niche brand. All right, I like, what do I like? This one probably won't show sweat because it's very shiny. So what do you think the hat is worth, chats? What do you think the hat is worth? The hat is actually the most reasonably priced thing here in terms of apparel. This is 30. Is there? Ooh, this one's more. What do you think this one's worth? This one costs more than the first one. We got 35, 30, 75, 65, 75. Come on, come on. You want me to talk real fast? I can talk real fast. What do you think the hat's worth? Go make the hats go to bidder. Highest bidder is going to be 65. We got 39. We got 49. We got 50. $50. I got a $44 for the hat. Now, these are actually, compared to F1, where the hats were $90, quite reasonable. One last thing, because you want to go back home and remember your time at the Bellagio. What do you think the coffee mug is worth? What do you think a Bellagio coffee mug is worth, chats? This is the thing that all of us can afford. What do you think a Bellagio coffee mug so you can sit and watch the world go round and round, pretending that you had the money to sit at the expensive restaurants at Bellagio? One of you guys immediately right off the bat has it. One of you guys immediately right off the bat has it. Two of you guys have it. What about in Canadian dollars? Just kidding. All right, so the Bellagio cup is $20. So this is getting to the affordability. One last one I gotta see. This is actually a pretty good, it's got rubber on the bottom. Bellagio Canteen, so you can be just like Adam Sandler in Canteen Boy, who became Water Boy. Oh my gosh, what do you think this is worth? Now, to its record, to its credit, this is actually quite nicely painted. I'd say it's a good laser etched Got 38, I got 60. I'm hearing $40, $40. I'm hearing $65, $30, $30. I'll give you a hint. It's more than this. More than this. It's more than the hat. What do you think? 25, I hear 50. I hear 45, I hear 75. Oh my gosh, Mr. H. Mr. H sent $20 to our PayPal. Thank you so much, Mr. H. All right, sold at 20. No, none of you guys nailed this one. These are a nice round number of $50 for a Bellagio. Now, to its credit, like I say, this has rubber on the bottom, so it's not going to slip and slide around. It's actually a pretty good product, but still, $50, man. So, yeah, they're pretty expensive gift shop. One thing you'll notice about this place, and I don't know if they changed the prices, but when you're in Vegas, you're supposed to act like you're in Texas, where if you have to ask, you can't afford it. So, you know, there's no prices on anything here. A lot of these resorts have taken to what's called surge pricing. If you don't understand surge pricing, it's that this may be $4 right now, but when the atrium's open and the resort's at 90% capacity, this might be $7. They just change the price in the cash register for when they scan it. So surge pricing is a thing. You know, I'll tell you what, I'm kind of hyper over this. I worked for this guy at a cookie store in Canada, and he chewed my ass out so hard one day. I hated that guy because I didn't face the products right. You have to face the products in retail or else people don't buy them. Surge pricing for the traffic. Wendy's was going to do that, and they got a huge amount of backlash at Wendy's for the idea of surge pricing. Do they do surge pricing for a $7 Coke that goes to 11? I don't know what the actual prices are, but yes, not all of them do, but some of them do, and you don't know which ones are doing it because none of them show you the prices. Here's the general idea about this is that, you know, you went to your thing, you want to pick up a Snickers bar, you're going to get a Kit Kat. What does this cost you? $3 at a gas station. This costs you $2 for $4. You're going to go up, you're going to take your stuff up to the register. You're going to grab all this stuff, and then you're at the register, and there's a lineup, and you're not going to say no to them. But if they put the price here, and this is $9, and you're like, wait a minute, my brain's breaking. I've seen these at the Whole Foods. These cost $6. I'm not paying $9 for that. You never pick it up. You never take it over, right? So this is the world's biggest chocolate fountain. Leolani, God bless you, dear. I don't want you to spend your money on sending me souvenirs. I live here. This is the world's biggest chocolate fountain. It's in the Guinness Book of World Records. We have regular chocolate, dark chocolate, and white chocolate. There is no brown sugar, like the Rolling Stones said. Why do you think it's so good? Look how big this thing is. It looks even bigger because they have mirrors on the top. Remember what Homer Simpson learned, that Germany is the land of chocolate. Certificate. The largest chocolate fountain measures 8 meters tall and circulates 2 tons of chocolate at a rate of 120 quarts per minute. It is displayed at the Bellagio Pastorie and Bellagio Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. When was this issued? World's largest chocolate fountain. White, medium, and dark confectionery grade chocolate. Over 500 feet of stainless steel piping. Chocolate rises 27 feet from the lower level pump room. 2 years of engineering, planning, and design. Jean-Philippe Marie, Milieu of Île-de-France. Et Monsieur Jean-Philippe, we want you to go to Las Vegas, create the world's biggest chocolate fountain. S'il vous plaît, you will put us on the map. Oh, mon chanté, I do not want to go to Las Vegas. I've heard it is very tacky. No, it's different. The Bellagio is, as the Americans say, it is the tits. Look at all of these folks. How are these people going through? Are you effing serious? How are we allowed to go through here now? All right, this is dope. Look, we can take a tour of the Bellagio while it's under construction. I've never done this before. Oh, I see why. Because you got to get to this restaurant in the back somehow. You're seriously thinking about getting a MacBook Air I'm seriously telling you to buy a MacBook Air. If it's elegante, if it is a new, well, no, sorry, pause. As long as it's got an M3 or newer and you buy a MacBook Air, you're gonna have that computer for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. You are never going to need to buy another computer. So that's as far as we can go because this restaurant's open. So yeah, if you buy a MacBook, you're gonna have a MacBook for a long, long, long time. It's a great purchase. Steven telling me the flowers at Bellagio are fake. I like when you say so. No, they're real. I never said they were fake. I think the tree up here, this tree isn't real, but everything else is very real. I mean, look at all the dirt. See, these are in pots. I've told you guys they're potted, but everything's real. No, they're real. They're real and they're fabulous, to quote Seinfeld. They're widening the sidewalks at Maryland Parkway. They need to water. Yeah, I'm glad. Why is it a woke revolution to water, to widen the sidewalks? That's not wokeness. That's just them making it better for people to walk. That community, that neighborhood, it needs a lot of love. It's actually going to be deemed Little Philippines or Filipino town, which is really freaking awesome. But there's nothing wrong with them widening. It's not a woke thing, dude. What they need to do is build light rail transit or bus rapid transit down Maryland Parkway to downtown. Well, hopefully that happens someday. House of Cardboard. Really? I've been using the same MacBook for 5 years, and before that I used one for 2 years. Old MacBooks had some big failure points, like butterfly keyboards and things like this that were not very good. If you buy a thing, you should definitely 100% buy AppleCare for the thing. And you can buy 3 years of AppleCare. And if you're outside of the 3-year window, then you're fine. You know, otherwise you pay $300 for AppleCare and you're fine for 3 years. Yeah, I'm a big advocate of the MacBooks. The M1 chips they put in them are some of the best things you could ever invest in for yourself. You will not go wrong with those. You will use them for a very long time, never have issues. Way behind, but I feel like I'm seeing anything Jim Morrison since I read a paper on the Doors, maybe. Yo, riders on the storm. Bum, 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 bum. She lives on... How's that song go? Lingers long on Love Street. She has a house and garden. I would like to see what happens. Isn't that... That's the Doors, right? No, 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 no. She has something, she has flunkies. Lazy elemental junkies. She has wisdom and knows what to do. That's a great song. Hey, I just realized I can sing Jim Morrison better than anything else. I lost 50 viewers singing. Drat. I hear you live on Love Street. There's a place where the people meet. I wonder what they do in there. Sunday, Monday, and a year. New MacBooks, iPads, AirPods, and iPhone 17. That's cool. When I was a teenager and I joined the Columbia House Record Club, I really did. CDs were expensive, and I looked at that catalog 10 times over. And my father said, "You're stupid." And I said, "No." I said, "Because look, I'm going to get the penny ones." And I actually made that work for me. And actually, the Doors' original motion picture soundtrack was one of the albums I purchased. Do I do a good Bob Dylan number? Darren Johnny's in the man's nobody knows quite what I'm saying. Poor Bob. Towards the end. Did anybody ever see that clip where Bob Dylan admits he sold his soul to the devil for fame? How terrible. How terrible to say those words. Oh man, back then, Canadian economy wasn't as terrible as it is now. Sorry, Seafin Green, I know, right? But it gives me dopamine, bro. I love the dopamine boost, brother. I mean, I don't drink on the thing. I don't do the thing on the thing, I just sing on the thing. We gotta switch our gimbal out, so I'm gonna go over here to the dog area and hopefully not get all dog feces up. I gotta switch my gimbals. This one's gonna die at any moment. So this is like the dog area. None of this grass is real. You probably already guessed that. There's no dog stuff on this. They've actually cleaned this turf recently. If you have turf in Vegas and you have pets, you have to get it cleaned occasionally because the dog's stuff melts in the sunlight. It's disgusting. So gross, man. Okay, let's switch out our gimbal. Hi, the weather's nice. Where is everybody? Well, I mean, it's that weekend, right? EDC. The EDC weekend is here. Let's turn this one off. So you're going to see a little choppiness for a minute. It won't last for more than a minute. There you go. We're going to screw this in here. No, 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 no. I should listen to that album again. I like that album. How does this... Son of a biscuit. Hold on a sec, folks. See, what I got to do is I got to figure out which way this rotates. It has to rotate up this way because it has the locking tooth here. There you go. All right, cool. So now we can stick this back on here. It's going to be upside down for a minute. Clip. Click, click. Boom. Now we have a brand new gimbal and we don't have the battery die on us. If the gimbal goes too long, and trust me, these are not cheap gimbals, right? So what happens here is that I have a gimbal here, but I put too much weight on it, so the battery dies in just about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So now I have a separate gimbal that's the older version, and this mount on it that the magnet goes into is identical. So now we got no interruptions. What's the boxer? I'm singing Love Street by the Doors. Okay. Alright, we gotta keep walking, I guess. I'm tired. I haven't had any water today. Let's just sit for a minute. Show you guys the strip here. Vegas has a lot to offer now. Do visitors still take time to gamble? They do. Not as much as they'd like. Steven, do you like to eat at the Asia buffet? No. No. And when we go to buffets, my wife goes to a Filipino buffet called Cocina ni Lorraine or something like that. But when we go to buffets, it's usually American stuff. Wow, my purchase at GoDaddy was completed. I paid $22.17 to GoDaddy. I thought that was a PayPal donation. Ashley's, it's called. Yeah, there's literally a place called Asia Buffet. There's Chinese Jumbo Buffet. I'm sure the food is fine, but those guys pop up on Dirty Dining too often. Whenever Steven's gimbal goes for the Battlefield Earth movie. Yeah, but we fixed that. Now it doesn't do that. It's pretty good, you know. Crazy Buffet. Yeah, there's so many little buffets out here. We've done the Korean buffet. There's one called Kim's. They have a few locations. Those ones get pricey if you want the best meats. They have several tiers. One of them includes Angus, but you only get it once or twice in your meal. So it's not like it's all you can eat Angus beef, which is my favorite. Are you and your wife going to check out the Filipino district? Of course, yeah. I mean, it's already done. It already exists. It's just that they're putting a formal name on it. Maryland Parkway, which runs behind these properties here towards UNLV, they have a Seafood City, which is a Filipino market owned by Chinese people, just so you know. Most of the Filipino stuff is owned by the Chinese. It's like the community, the Filipino community, I don't want to say things because there's probably Phil Ams and Phil Cans and Phil UKs watching that are going to be mad at me if I say too much, but if you talk to a Filipino and they're being very honest with you, they'll tell you that Filipinos need to be more open and like upfront in business because they are business leaders, but they take this backstage kind of role. And a lot of the Filipino businesses are owned by Chinese companies. Like Jollibee is one of the biggest chicken companies in the world for fast food, and it's owned by the Chinese now, I think. You know, and it's like even in the Philippines, Henry Tsai, I think it is, he owns, or his family, he's passed away, but his family started the SM malls, and he was Chinese Filipino. So Philippines has a very diverse diaspora that goes around the world, and they end up working overseas, and then they take roots in the community, and then they spread their culture. But for some reason, a lot of the Chinese companies gobble up the Filipino companies. It's crazy. Does the MGM have a buffet? Grok said it did. I don't even know for sure. I mean, I understand searching Grok, but Grok is not the panacea for everything. I would just go to Google and type in MGM buffet and see if it comes up. And it says that they do have a buffet and that it's open now until 3 p.m. So it's closed on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Sometimes, guys, things like this, the old-fashioned way of doing a search, and I'm an advocate for AI search, sometimes this is the best way to do it. However, for that price you're paying, I don't know that I'd want a 3.5-star buffet. Why would anybody pay $100 to eat a buffet? I mean, look, man, it's the same reason why right now there's a bunch of people paying $900 to go to the EDC, or, you know, shoot, I might opt to pay $200 to go to the Golden Knights game, or I want to spend $500 on a Nintendo Switch 2. People like the on day one. Like, I want the experience for the first time in my damn life to get a day one console, because I'm 44, and when I was young, I never had the ability to do that. I still don't have the ability as it stands right now. So, you guys want me to talk about this a little bit, because I think it's very apt. I think it all feeds into the why are people even still coming here. So, for example, I want to be at Best Buy. I'm a dumbass, but I want to be there at 7 o'clock on June 4th because they start selling this thing on June 4th at 9 p.m. I want to buy one day one because I've never had that experience. I've never been. When we were a kid, I was poor by Canadian standards. We had to get a Nintendo from my uncle in Florida, and then a Super Nintendo from my uncle in Florida. Like, and we had to wait for everything. Man, my uncle in Florida really juiced me up. He sent me a Game Boy too. But I want the experience of a day one. So I think going to Vegas, right? Why do you want to go to a show in Vegas? You live in a place with a really nice theater. I want the experience. Why do I want to pay $100 for a buffet? Because I've heard so much about them, and I love food, and I want that experience, you know? Why do you want to stay at a $2,000 a night suite at the Bellagio? I just want the experience. Why in the world would you spend $500 to rent a Ferrari for 2 hours? Because I wanted the experience. I think people want the experience in life sometimes more than they want the thing that it could bring them. They want to live in that moment, because you want some realities. If the average American lifespan is 78 years of age, you're actually at 50% of your lifespan when you're 38, you see. So if you're going to do a $100 buffet in Vegas, what I recommend you do is that you don't eat for the morning part of the day, right? You're not going to die. It's not $165 per person. I don't know anywhere that's $165 per person. But yeah, I mean, if it's $90 a person, sure. But here's the thing, what I'm saying to you, okay? Have that experience. Save up your money. Save up your food budget, dude. You know, don't go binge drinking the previous night and go to the buffet the next day and feel like crap in your stomach. You know, just have that experience, because guys and gals and everybody, at the end of the day, what do you have other than your memories if God is nice enough to let you have them until you're old and gray? You know? Anyways, we're going to keep walking here. I just need to drink some water and rest my feet. It's been 2 hours, 10 minutes. We're not going anywhere. Yeah, I mean, in Canada, you guys get the short end of the stick with your economy, bro. I hope it gets better for you guys. I don't want to talk about it because it's politics and people don't come here for that and blah, blah, blah. I was on that Nick guy's podcast for like a minute yesterday. It's pretty cool. The fractional experience of the wealthy enjoy every time, thus giving the average guy. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's part of it. Like I say, why do I want to be at a Best Buy 2 hours before a stupid video game comes out? Because I've never done it, and I've always wanted to. So I want the experience of walking out of the store with it in my hand, that I managed to get one. I got the ticket for the pre-sale. And then I want to go home and I want to unbox it, and I want to be one of the very first people to hook that thing up to the internet and be told that there's a massive update that I have to download and I can't even use it because the consoles are crappy nowadays. But anyways, which game? What do you mean which game? Which game? I mean, immediately I would just play my Zelda games over again with the 4K 60, 4K 30. That'd be amazing. You know, I have a lot of investments in my Switch. I do, because they have so many good sales. Oh, old man noise, huh? All right. So I said this was like a dog area. I don't think it is. I think it's just a nice area where you can see some greenery. My original Nintendo Switch, I can't even get $200 for it at GameStop. No, because it's like 8 years old. It's 8 years old, bro. Technology is, it's like, and it became a commodity, right? There's already people who are trying to scalp these things on eBay for $2,000 or some absurd number, I'm sure. But then after, a year, 2, 3, 4, then they come out with a slightly better version. Your old version is worth less. But they become a commodity. They become something that everybody has. Then it's no longer the experience, you see. You have one time to make that experience happen. You know what I mean? Like, how many of you guys, let me ask you a question. How many of you guys wanted to do a thing in Vegas, and then COVID-19 happened, and that thing in Vegas is gone? Maybe it was a show. Maybe you always wanted to see Zumanity, and Zumanity closed down forever. Or maybe you always wanted to do a thing in Vegas, and then that company went out of business. Was there ever a thing that you wanted to do, and then COVID-19 changed everything, and that thing isn't a thing anymore? Tell me in the chats. If there was a thing you wanted to do, and that thing became not a thing anymore after COVID-19, tell me in the chats. Right? So yeah, DRT LFA said the buffets. They used to have a buffet pass. Did you know that? MGM used to have a buffet pass. You would pay $49 once, and for as many days as you wanted. If you wanted it for 2 days, you'd pay $100, right? So check out what this did. You paid $49 as many times as you wanted for as many days as you wanted. And then you would be able to eat the buffet at Luxor, Excalibur, MGM Grand, everywhere but the Bellagio that they had a buffet. There was 6 buffets. So for $49, you could start your day waking up at the Luxor and eat the breakfast buffet. Then you could walk to the New York, and you could eat the buffet. Then you could walk up to the, wherever and eat the buffet. Then you could go back home and eat the Excalibur buffet same day at night. $50. $50. Right? No more. That don't exist no more. Buffets are no more. So that's what I'm saying. That's why, I'm so stupid over having that dumb goal over a stupid piece of electronics in my head. Because I know there's no more day one experience for that thing. And I'm getting too damn old to mess with it. So this is my last shot. I'll try it. I'll see if I can. I gave up on Vegas just before 2020 because at that point everything started going up in prices. Let's walk this way because there's really nobody in front of the Bellagio. It is a dead zone, like scary dead. Maybe we can see some people over here. And you know what we haven't seen this year, and I don't know if this is a signal of what's happening at EDC. By the way, I nailed it yesterday. They closed down part of EDC because of the wind. But we haven't seen any crazy party people out here. We've seen a couple, but usually you see them with their raver costumes. Guy's rolling his weed on the strip. Jeez. There's no entertainers out here, and the Bellagio has not a single soul in front of it because the fountains aren't going off today. So we'll go on this side. Oh, the buffet pasta was Caesars. Oh well, tomato, tomato, potato, tomato. Doesn't matter. I really thought standing out here doing timeshare I saw both, because I remember explicitly seeing Excalibur, but I could be misremembering. I could be having a Mandela effect. Oh, people die in hotels all the time, bro. Seriously? There was this one case down at the MGM of a lady. She got murdered in the hotel, and they didn't even know who killed her. There was a fake name registered to the room. Somebody did it through proxy just to target her and kill her. That was like a year or two ago. Yep. Stuff you never hear anywhere. We're all just gonna walk against the light. All of us. Kathy Ross, your chat doesn't match the stream. I don't know why. Yeah, it's actually easier to get into a hotel room than you think. When you're in the hotel room, you got to put the security latch on the door. Some rooms will do that automatically nowadays. Some don't. There's a simple tool they use to reach underneath the bottom of the door and pull the handle down and get inside. But if you have the security bolt, then they can't get in that way, like the actual physical one, not the one on the doorknob. Gotta be careful, man. Oh, they got one entertainer down here. Okay.
Although I only want the best is true, can't believe the feelings I do for you. What you won't do for love. You tried everything, but you won't give up. In my world, only you can do for love what I would not do. Make me do for love what I would not do. Make me do for love.
What I would do if I'm staying in a hotel is I would just go on Amazon and I would buy a portable alarm to put on my door. They're very loud, and if anybody opens your door that isn't you from the outside, the alarm will blare off and wake everybody up. Just the alarm will cause the intruder to try to run in the opposite direction. $20. $20. You put in your carry-on or your check-in bags, you're set. It's just a little sensor. When it moves, it feels too much vibration, it blares. Yep. Oh, I don't know. I would just type in hotel door security alarm on Amazon. Amazon hotel door alarm. Amazon's got a good, yeah, they look like this. See? $12.69. $9. And all they do is when somebody tries to push the door, that pedal goes down, and that pedal goes down and it makes the alarm happen. Thank you so much. Mr. P sent $20 to our PayPal. PayPal. Thank you so much, Mr. P. It's also good too if you go on a date and you don't like your date. Thank you so much, Mr. P. If you want to say your name in the chats, and you don't like your date, all you got to do is press your foot on the pedal and then the alarm will go off. Don't probably want to do that. Lean a chair against the door. That doesn't work. Why wouldn't you just pay $12 or $9 or $8 for an alarm? That'll make a very loud noise and scare somebody away. Because let's say they get in, you don't hear the chair, it's a carpeted room, and you wake up and they're standing over you. That's the worst thing that happens. That is a zero life experience sometimes. People will take it to the extreme. You can pay your own way, use PayPal from everybody at Cash Out. Oh, you're advertising something? Is that what this is, Ashon? Or you're just telling me that you get paid on PayPal? Good for you, brother. What's up, Mello? So they got rid of these, they got rid of the walkway here, kind of. We still have residuals. But within a few weeks, this is going to be wide open to the public finally again. What are the odds of them choosing your room out of like 1,000 rooms? That's a great question. That's a great question. Actually, we can make it out even to the more extreme. What are their chances of choosing you out of 4,000 rooms if you're at the MGM? I don't know, but here's the deal. The odds to hit the megabucks are very low, but y'all still play it. If you're in a megabuck state, a lot of you do. So your odds to get robbed in a Vegas hotel are much lower. So if you're so short-sighted that you don't spend $8, it could happen. I hope it doesn't. I would never wish it happened. It smells good down here. Look at these. Could we get some better photos though? They look pretty good though. I'm not even a hot dog guy. Who loves hot dogs? See, this is my thing, but these are $4. Wow, actually, I just realized something. These are $4 a piece off the strip, and they're not much more here. That's actually a really good price. This looks like the best thing in the world, except for no chili. I'd take the garlic fries. Hold on, come on, garlic fries. That looks amazing. Bottle Blonde is, pretty much done. It should probably open this summertime. I would be surprised if it wasn't open by July 4th. Pretty amazing to see it. I mean, it's been a very long time. How am I getting robbed on the street tacos? The street tacos are almost the same near my house. They're $4 near my house. They're $12 or $13.95. Or $14.25, sorry. So, what's $2 divided by 3? 33 cents each more? 40 cents more? No, 50 cents more? 60, 75 cents a piece more? It's actually a good price. There's not much of a markup on those, is my only point. Not bad at all. Not terrible. Somebody wanted me to go to Old Red. Traditionally, they don't let me in Old Red because I have a backpack on. Let's see if they do today. They've let me in before. It's pretty chill and slow. Maybe they will. Bottle Blonde. No, it's this giant building here. It's been under construction for years. They've had a covered walkway over this since pre-COVID, 5 years ago. Because they were building Old Red 5 years ago. I don't think Old Red is open right now unless they close the doors. Oh no, it's open. 11 a.m. till late. They just opened. You can probably sneak in.
I know nothing since I woke up today.
So this is Old Red. They got several levels, live music. Which hi, can you see my ID?
Are you eating or just drinking?
Huh?
Are you eating or just drinking?
I'm just advertising you for free. Cool, thank you. So we gotta go to the Rooftop bar, okay? So we got live music here. Let's go upstairs in the elevator. I don't drink alcohol, Charles. I don't drink alcohol, bro. So we're gonna go to the 4th level. That's the best views of everything. I love this place, man. I've been here before. I'm trying to advertise. They're like, cool, have a great day. Strawberry Dr. Pepper? Do they have a diet version? I could try that. Oh man, Sweet Home Alabama. Sweet Home Alabama. Tell me this ain't the best place in the damn city. Tell me this isn't the best place in the town. Look at this, guys. Just for context, we started at the Rio today, or on the other side of the Rio. We started all the way over here today. Look at the Spring Mountains in the distance in the Palms Hotel. Guys, subscribed yet? Are you subscribed yet? Do you think this is worth liking, sharing? You think it's worth liking and sharing and subscribing, guys? I mean, my goodness, folks. John Denver. Colorado Highs. They're gonna play Country Road. It's a more popular song. It's dead by Bellagio. There's nobody there, man. Yeah, it's Country Road, of course it is. It's the best place in the city, man. I'm telling you guys.
Life is older than the trees, younger than the mountains, golden like a breeze, on a trail road, take me home.
I love it up here, dude. Yeah, they don't care. This place is really nice to you. There's nobody in front of the Caesars either. So this is Bottle Blonde right next to us. You can see where they are in construction here. Why would the F1? It's May. There's no F1 construction. Not at all. I love you for that question. Look at how many people are in front of the Bellagio right now. None. Jeez. This is the place to be at night. Any update on Boulevard? Yeah, we were there yesterday. Yep. You can walk up to the top, at least I was able to. I've been to Mississauga, Ontario, sure. I have. I've been to St. Catharines, Ontario, Welland, to the canals. I've been to Hamilton. I've been to Brock's University. I've been to Toronto, I've been to Etobicoke, I've been to Mississauga. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts, bare man. I have been to the Eaton Centre. I've been to the Eaton Centre in Toronto and the Eaton Centre in Calgary. I used to love the Eaton Centre as a kid because they always had video games and weird stuff from Asia that you would never see. So if it wasn't out in America yet, you could go see like the Super Famicom before it was the Super Nintendo, for example. So this is the top level. They have a VIP lounge, second floor. I don't recall that they had music up here last time I was here, but it's good to see they do. They must be trying to compete against Jason Aldean's. I think this is the... No, that's not. I was trying to find the stairwell. I want to have to share with these guys. Will it be busy here for Memorial Day? It'll be slammed for Memorial Day. It'll be 100% slammed.
We can explore many versions of that if we want.
Somebody asked about Canada. Jason J, what did you ask about Canada? Oh, if you guys love Canada, put a 1 in the chat. If you guys love Canada, put 1. If you hate Canada, put 2. Do you love Canada? Put 1. Do you hate Canada? Put 2. Do you love Canada? Put 1. If you hate Canada, put 2.
She wants to know where I've been. I'd have to be some kind of natural who would want to pass that way. But you know I can feel it.
See, Canadians, everybody loves Canada, bro. Except for like 2 people. There's like 2 people that are anti-Canadian here. See, everybody loves Canada. Everybody loves Canada. So you got nothing to worry about. Let's go to the second level here. Someone put a 3. They're confused. All right. Do you love Canadians? Put a 1 or put a 2 if you can't stand them. Some Americans don't want allies. That's bullshit. Calling your bullshit. That's not true. Yeah. 9. Somebody put a 9. They're very conflicted. Can we get our things to work? We might just go down the stairs. This elevator has got 72 people in it. All right. This is the big old stairwell. It's actually cool because you get to see the outside. Toronto, as Americans call it, Toronto. Toronto. No, it's Toronto. There's no T at the end. Silly Americans. Oh, man, it's hot in here, dude. There's no AC. Do. I can't drive 55. What's my favorite Canadian city? Oh, I don't know. Carrot Top only does things for money. I had this guy who I knew who had a cannabis farm in Northern California. And he was like, man, I got a business partnership with Carrot Top. So what was happening here was the guy was bringing his giant duffel bags of cannabis in and paying an extra $50 for the Carrot Top meet and greet to give it to Carrot Top. And I'm like, dude, that's not a business relationship. If you got to pay $50 to meet your business partner, that's not a relationship.
They want something there. She should, if she does it today.
My favorite band is Cliff. Know this rhythmic song. When they sang the chorus.
That's the VIP up there.
And a margarita were slaying side by side. I heard they were divorcing, but I guess they let it slide. And I wished I had some money for which to buy around. And I wished I'd cash my paycheck before I came to town. But I reached into my
There's a back entrance, I think. See if we can find it. Right back here, I think. Yeah. There it is. Yeah, Toronto's going to win. The Dallas Stars going to beat the Edmonton Oilers. Toronto's going to win the Stanley Cup this year. Yeah, buddy. You watch. You'll see. I got faith. Leafs Nation, I have to have faith, bro. Gotta have faith, Leafs Nation. That was awesome. See, Jason Aldean's bar kicked us out like thugs. Hired goons kicked us out, but these guys were nice. Can't recommend Jason Aldean's personally for me, but that's okay because you don't have a camera and a gimbal in your hand. But this place is always nice. The reason I like Jason Aldean's a little tiny more than this place is because they have like 3 levels of music, or 2 levels of music at least, 3 maybe, and they play different genres. So one level is 90s rock, one level is country and western, one level's like rock and roll. So I like that Jason Aldean's has that choice. Because I'm not country western. I come from a town where the biggest radio station in town is country western. So I'm not a huge country fan. That's all you're going to hear at that place. But if you go to the Jason Aldean's, you have choices. At least I think that's how they run it. All right, well, my battery is going to die, so we did 2 hours, 35 minutes coming from the Las Vegas Strip. I love you guys. You guys are great. I want to thank you guys for taking the time with me today. You didn't have to do any of that stuff, and you've been the best part of my morning so far. We kind of have to get out. We have to do some regular life stuff, so thank you. Like, I can't express my gratitude enough to you guys. I should be back on tomorrow. Have a great day out there, guys. Do something kind for somebody else that's not serving you, just serves them. And be positive out there, guys. God is looking out for you. God will take care of you. If you guys want to send me a donation after the stream, if you think I deserve it and I did a good job, use the link below. If you guys want to send me an email, because that's all you can afford, send me an email or a text message. I'd be happy to hear from you guys. I got to walk all the way back up to my car, so I'll do that. So we should do another stream tomorrow. I'm kind of like gassed. Thank you from Eric. Eric in Switzerland said, have a good Sunday. Thank you so much, Eric in Switzerland. You guys are great, and be good. I love you. Go watch my channel. Subscribe to my videos. I do a regular video upload every single week. That's always intriguing to make you think, and my phone's going to die. It's at 1% battery life. Guys, 3, 2, 1, click. Bye.